Yeah. Good morning, everybody in the chat. Let's get to it. Today is definitely the day that the Lord has made, man. Turn up one time for the Lord. Come on, man. Turn up one time for the Tide. Turn up one time for the AAA fam, man. Turn up one time, listen, turn up one time for our special guest today, Kangaroo Black. Turn up one time for yourself. Turn up. It's Friday. We done made it to another Friday, y'all. Make sure y'all liking and sharing the stream. Make sure if you're not a subscriber, you're subscribing when you come in. What's up, everybody? Good morning, y'all. I'm excited. So if I'm stumbling over my words, it's because I'm excited, man. Trina, good morning. Stephen Hicks, hold on, y'all. I'm like... I felt it give a little. There you go. It's clean now. Stephen Hicks, he said, let's go, Smook, brother. Thank you for bringing on my man, Kangaroo Black. Roll doggone Tide. That's what I'm talking about, man. Zach Wilders is in the chat, my boy, my man. The voice of the SOS, man. Travelpreneur Sports is in the building. Kimberly Harmon, Mr. Rico, Mr. Yoda himself. Yes, is in the building. Matt Sherrill, what's good? Let's go. Kimberly Harmon, how you feeling this morning? Antonio Russell, Piano Man, is in the building. Look, gonna have a phone call segment today. Definitely looking forward to hearing from my brother Piano Man, from Zach, everybody. What's up? Nicholas Banner is in the building. Greg McKinney is in the building. Let's go. Quaisha, good morning, my big sister. Louise, how you feeling? Yes, Nick Saban, Day, what's good, man? Carlos is in the building. Eram, Pino, what's good, man? Let's go. Brett Sullivan in the building. Carlin, man, look, it's so many people in here. Y'all done turned up this morning. Y'all done pulled up. Everybody done pulled up. Will is in the building. Man, listen, I'm so grateful for all of y'all pulling up this morning. Sam, what's good, my friend? And Greg, my boy. Thank y'all for pulling up this morning, y'all. I really appreciate you all for supporting this channel, supporting this network. And also, today is a special day. So because we got a special co-host, we got a special guest, y'all already know who it is. Y'all saw it on the graphic. My brother from another mother, man. my dude, Kangaroo Black, y'all. When I say this is one of those moments, I'm like, y'all know, man, I've been telling y'all, I've been a fan, but now he's here. Kangaroo Black, man, the OG. Tell it like it is. Gonna be rocking with your boy today, man. Talking about moving on up in the world. Yes, we doing that. So here on the Coach Smook Network, y'all know how we like to do things, man. We like to get into our, just appreciating life for what it is, y'all. And today, man, y'all know I usually take the music and I dial it down, but today we hype, man. It's Friday, so I'm gonna keep. I think I want to keep something hype on. Give me a second. Let me see. Can I find some? Cause I really feel like we need to be in our bag this season. You know what I'm saying? Okay, yeah, we gonna just gangster ride to this one. This a morning inspirational moment, and this one is more so on the side of like really own it, man. Really own life right now. I feel like right now as a people, not just a person, but people who are living on purpose. I'm gonna say that people who are living on purpose, you probably been running into so many walls trying to, stay with purpose, trying to get to the next destination, trying to achieve a goal, right? You probably been running into so many walls, or even when you pick up a flow, you always seem to hit like a slip or a stumbling spot, right? So I want to take a moment and tell you, because I told y'all I got a mentor now. I got a business mentor, a big brother that's been kind of like inspiring me. And I guess you could call him like my personal coach, my motivational coach, and helping me stay locked in. It's someone you could find a peer that can really push you. And he said something this morning that kind of went in line with my devotional. And the devotional was talking about what happens when your 100% isn't enough, right? And it basically, it turned around and said, you got to just keep trying. You get up, you got to try harder. That's easy to say, but it's hard to do, right? And so I took it in itself and I said, okay, if my 100% wasn't enough, and if that's all I'm trying to do is give 100%, and I'm able to be mature enough to live with those results and understand it didn't reach the goal, but I know how far I've gotten. I know where I work to. I just got to work a little bit harder. What's wrong with going back to 0% and refilling and recharging and trying to give 100% again, knowing what you know from the first try? What's wrong with starting all the way over from ground zero, trying again? Just because it took 6 months the first time don't mean it's going to take 6 months this time. That 6 months could be 6 minutes this time. But you got to be willing to really dive into that thing and own it. And the phrase we came up with today was fail forward. If you're going to miss it going forward. Miss it moving forward. Don't miss it falling backwards. How many times have you seen somebody fall backwards and they, get up with the same mindset, like, all right, this is where I was? No, usually people that fall forward, when they get up, they already moving forward when they get up. That's why when I say fail forward, when you stand back up and you say, oh, I ain't make it here. Okay, shoot, I learned that there. Or if you have to start over, all right, boom, boom, boom. This is how I move here. This is how I moved here. This is how I moved here. Boom. Keep trying. Keep pushing forward. Because that failing forward, man, that's still success in a sense. As long as you don't backtrack and find yourself stuck, because even in those moments, you got to pause for a second and make sure you're on the right direction. You got to redirect, get back on the line. That's still moving forward. So I want you all to own it, man. That's the inspirational moment today. Own it. Fail forward today. Fail forward. If you're going to fail today, if you're going to miss the mark, miss it going forward. Don't wait for it. Don't wait for it to come to you. Don't fall on your back feeling sorry for yourself because you tried it all your heart. Listen, you tried, regroup, own that thing. Especially if you did it out of the purity of your heart. Like if that's everything you had to give, man, you can't be disappointed in that. Don't settle for the result, but don't be disappointed in it. Regroup, try again, own that thing. Fail forward today, y'all. And that's my inspirational moment today, y'all. Own that junk. Own that thing. At least you moving forward, right? I'm telling you, that's where you want to be. You don't want to get stuck. So because of that, man, I hope that encourages y'all today. Y'all know me, man. When I be feeling good, like this, good workout and stuff like this, I just go with the flow. I don't ever plan nothing. We go with the flow. Make sure y'all like and share and subscribing to the channel. Listen, we have a special guest, and for super chats today, y'all, all super chats will be labeled as co-sponsors. So we just want to jump off with those real quick before we jump into our segment. JB718, who's a member of the channel, he said started off right with the $1.99. Thank you for the super chat, man. Piano Man saying roll tide with $4.99. Zach Wilges with the $1.99, and Brett Sullivan with the $4.99. He says it's crazy. I discovered Smook and KB at the same time. Full circle moment. That's crazy. That's crazy. Two real ones. Look, two real ones. I could speak on that one. That's a real one over there. I'm telling y'all, man. Own that thing. OTT. I like that one. We might have to get that on a t-shirt. OTT. All right, y'all. Hey, and for all the others, like, what's this AAA stuff you keep talking about? Listen, this is how you become a member of the AAA family. Y'all pay attention to this video here. And then after that, I will be bringing on our special guest for the next hour that we have him. And y'all, I'm telling y'all, buckle your seatbelts. Don't say I ain't warn you. Don't be sipping no coffee while you watching us. Don't be doing none of that extra stuff. Don't be trying to digest no food, because ain't no telling what's about to happen. We don't have a script. We don't have a layout for today. So I'm almost nervous. I feel like we might create a viral, but nah, I'm gonna let y'all watch this video, how to join the AAA fam, and then we're gonna get into it. All right, y'all check it out right here. Glad you chose to stop by the channel today. Just wanted to give you an opportunity to really become a part of this community here at the Coach Smook Network. We like to call ourselves the AAA family. The AAA stands for authenticity above all. We just want to give you an opportunity to become a part of this community because we're growing and we're doing something special here as a fan base, not just for Alabama, but the fan community as a whole. We're creating an environment where it's safe to be yourself, be authentic, and meet people who share the same passion you share, whether it's for the same team or not. You can do this by becoming a member of the AAA family and earning your birth certificate, as we like to call it. You simply start by just clicking the link provided to you by one of the moderators in the chat, or it'll be pinned to the top of the chat. Click that link. It'll bring you to my homepage. When you get to my homepage, make sure you hit the notification button and turn on all notifications. Understand that there are multiple ways to support the channel, and each level has its perks. You can go through and read each perk. As we continue to grow, new perks will be added to each level. One thing we would like to highlight that all AAA members are greatly appreciated. It does not go unnoticed that you have taken time and hard-earned money to support this channel. Once you join, YouTube is going to ask for some payment information, and make sure you monitor your subscription dates. Also, if you really want to get interactive with the community and find out what's going on, think about joining our Discord family. This is where you can get into all the fan talk of the community, and also there are networking opportunities. Please be mindful that there are rules and that we expect everyone to treat everyone with respect. Also, if you're looking to partner with Coach Smook Network or sponsor, please hit us up at coachsmooknetwork@gmail.com, and our staff will get back to you in a timely manner. I'm your boy Coach Smook of the Coach Smook Network, and I thank you for supporting this channel. Yes, thank you all for supporting the channel. Listen, before we jump into this, y'all, I just want to thank all the super chats that's coming through. Y'all are going crazy right now. I really do appreciate y'all, man. Shout out to Trina with the 279, man, all the way in Canada, representing, holding it down for the AAA fam, going hard for the family, standing on Smook, standing on business, standing on Bama. All right, Gary Bama for life. We going viral today. Hey, I feel something, man. I feel something. Something was in the water this morning. The White coming through with the $10 super chat said, let's get this party started. Listen, and as you say that, man, I gotta play like some HBCU type junk. I just get when two country boys get together, two Southern boys get together, you kind of gotta, But without further ado, y'all, coming to the stage, the great, the man, the myth, the legend himself, my brother from another mother, a fellow veteran, right? You know what I'm saying? My big bro, coming to the stage. Kangaroo Black, y'all. Give it up for my brother, man. Let's go. What's up,
Put me
man?
in the game, coach. Put me in the game, baby.
It's up, bro. It is up, man. How you feeling this morning, bro?
I'm good, baby. I'm good, man. Good morning, you. Good morning to everybody in the chat, man. Coach Smook and put OKB in the game. It's on and popping this Friday morning.
It is up, man. I'm glad to have you on, man. I've been telling folks this is when I know for my community, my people that watch and tune into my show daily. The first week when I started saying that I was open to collab, and I had been on kind of like restriction of who I could deal with us, for a while, but I really, when I came in and I started May 1st, that first week, I mentioned my brothers, Coach Sean, Jake, Ty Hayes, all my brothers, Jance. And then I was like, y'all, if we can get Kangaroo Black over this mug and Coach Hayes and some of those guys that I really been liking their videos behind the scenes and trying to just, keep from voicing like, man, I'm right there, which, man, I just got tired of. I said, that ain't me. That ain't me authentic. So I really appreciate you taking the moment, bro, taking the time out your day to come rock with your little bro, man. Y'all run it up in the chat, man. This is real, y'all.
Hey, man, I appreciate it. One thing I caught you, what you said. You said that you was kind of limited in who you could deal with, man. Hey, don't let nobody hold you back, baby.
Won't ever do it again.
Won't ever do it again.
Ever. Won't ever do it again, man.
Do you, baby.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, man. Well, I want you to take a moment to kind of introduce yourself for the people that's part of my community that's not familiar with Kangaroo Black's content. Introduce yourself, man, and let them know who you are for real, where they could find you, all that good stuff, man.
Well, y'all know who I am. I'm Kangaroo Black, man. I'm from the great state of Alabama, born and raised, a die-hard Alabama football fan, as I refer to him, my Alabama Crimson Tide, baby. Y'all know I'm a veteran, You can find me on Twitter at Kangaroo Black 1, YouTube, Show Enough, and here on YouTube as Kangaroo Black, baby. So, but yeah, man, I'm glad to be here, man. And hey, I appreciate you inviting me on. It's an honor. I've been watching you. I believe I found you when you was on, I think it was Bama Standard, I believe.
Yeah, the Bama Standard.
Yeah, that's when I first seen you. So I've been following you. I was following you with the guys you just left. Look. Touchdown Alabama with Kyle Henderson or whatever. Yeah. But you doing? You're talking about that situation. Your first show, man, back on your this channel. So hey, man, do you? That's all I can say, baby. Do you and be you.
Yes, sir. Look, that's all. That's what our mantra, our motto is here. And we really live that thing in our community, man. In this part of the fan base, which is majority of the community is Bama fans. We got Michigan fans. We got a few Auburn fans hiding out in there. They pop in there and talk every now and then. You got a few Georgia fans. They really be doing their little barking and yapping every now and then. But the community as a whole, man, is about being authentic. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And that's what really attracted me to not just your content, but your personality. You know what I'm saying? Seeing you interact with other creators and I just always saw that it didn't matter what platform you was on or who, you was just going to be you. And that's how I had to go ahead and accept and be me. That's when this really started to come to fruition for me. So I appreciate you. I don't know if you know it, but you was an inspiration to my delivery now. Oh my God. I tell people all the time, man, I pick up spots, little things from different ones. And that delivery, man, I slide into K Black sometimes. I get in that mode and I reference them. The Alabama Crimson. You get what I'm saying? I use that, bro, because it's monumental and there's nothing wrong with giving people they flowers while they live, just so, exactly. You get what I'm saying, man? So I'm glad to have you on, man. And I can't wait to tell into some of these fan bases today. I know you got some good comments for us. Y'all know what Black do, man. He get on these fans. They get on these videos talking crazy, man. What was your motivation to start that content, though?
My daughter. My daughter have a YouTube page, right? So I started a YouTube back in I think it was the 2019 season. So that was the only season I did it, and I stopped. So we was talking about YouTube one day, and I told her, hey, I bet I can pass your subscribers. I can start a new page and pass your subscribers.
Oh,
so that's how it started off. So
that's what's up, man. And you said what type of content was she doing?
Well, she do like story times. You know, she do like female stuff.
Okay.
Like get dressed with me, story times.
Yeah.
Driving, whatever. She do that type of stuff. So, and at the time, I think she had about 800 something subscribers or whatever.
Okay.
She moving up too. So.
Look, that's what's up, man. The whole family trying to take over YouTube. I like that right there, man. Make it a family thing. My kids, they talking about they want a channel. So I've been letting them practice, you know, especially when they come around me. So, but let's get into it, man. Let's get into it today, man. Who's our first victims today? First, I don't even want to, let's talk a little. Let's be a little nice today. Let's start off a little bit nice. The state of Alabama football, man, and I know this is a topic that's been spoken on, or, you know, it's been a topic that's floating around, but me and you, this is our first time being able to dialogue about it. And I feel like we kind of share the same perspective, just listening to your content, following your content. I feel like we share the same perspective, but from January 11th, when Coach Saban retired, was it 11th?
I think it was, I thought it was February 10th.
February 10th, one of them. It was one of them days. Oh yeah, it was definitely February. I'm tripping. It was definitely February. But when Coach Saban retired, to the hiring, to the first presser, to spring ball presser, to A-Day game product, to the turnover to recruiting, what's been Kangaroo Black's evaluation of this transition that Alabama is going through? Because we could arguably say this is one of the biggest transitions in coaching changes we've seen in the organization's history, in the university's history, if we're being honest.
Yeah, this trend, I think, is kind of like when Bear Bryant was leaving back in those days. I think it's probably bigger than that, being what Coach Saban did for the Alabama Crimson Tide, you know, and then bringing in Coach Kalen DeBoer from the start. You know, I myself made a video saying I wanted Coach Kalen DeBoer because I saw what he did at Washington. And if you do a little research on him, you see he ain't nothing but a winner. You know what I'm saying? And then for him to come in, he putting his own stamp on Alabama football, and you seen that at A-Day, how different it was. Okay. Then far as recruiting, he's lighting up the recruiting trail. You know, we had a lot of doubters to say he couldn't recruit the South and he can't come to the SEC and recruit the way he's doing, and he's proved everybody wrong in that aspect. And then the amount of talent and the blue bloods that he's getting to come to this program is crazy, and he ain't done it.
And that's the scary part. He's not done. A lot of, and that, you know, that's more so where my content is generally directed into the recruiting aspect, not necessarily being the first to report, but to just be the right report. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
And the amount of kids that are literally in these group texts and talking about putting this super team, this super class, this is something that's attractive to this generation. Putting these super teams, they're the Kevin Durant, Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, you know, Klay. They're that generation, the LeBron to Miami generation. Yeah. Like they love that type of stuff. You know, I come from that generation where you didn't want to go and play with the best. You wanted to go play against the best, you know, especially when it came to basketball. And then I came from a generation of Bama where even back in the late 90s, man, you came to Bama to compete. You didn't care that the next in-state guy, top in-state guy, in-state running back was going to Bama. I don't care. I already done seen him twice this year, regular season and playoffs. I don't care if he going to Bama. I'm better than him. And that's what breeds championships. So to see that standard still be there, that culture still be there, but in a new wave, that's a scary thing. And
in my opinion, seemed like to me, Coach Kalen DeBoer, he's enhancing the standard, man.
Right. If you had to rate the process, and that's basically what we're talking about, this process, this whole transition on the scale, and we could do it as simple as a grading scale, A, B, C, D, F, you know. What would your ratings be? And I'm gonna lead off with this. before I hand it over to you, I would say a strong A, man. And it's only, and I'm only judging it for what we've been able to judge up until this point. I ain't talking about projections in no season. I ain't talking about anything. I'm talking about just from what we're able to evaluate now at this point, when he got the job in February up until now, at the end of June, the commitments, the ranking, class rankings right now, I'm gonna say it's an A, man. That's about.
I'm giving him an A++. That's
what I'm saying, man. Go ahead.
Because I mean, you got this class sitting at number 2. This 2025 sitting at number 2, right? When at this point in the off season or the recruiting season that Alabama had a number 2 recruiting class at this point. Usually it's like number 15. I'm gonna say outside the top 10 at this point, but we always ended up with a top 3 class. But to have it at number 2 right now, that says a lot about Coach Kalen DeBoer, his staff, and the interactions he's having with these commits or recruits. Or so I'm giving a strong A.
And me personally, as a father, man, I look at how these relationships are being developed. And I'll go as far as to say this, Black, and people might crucify me, but I think Coach Saban was starting to see that he was losing touch with a generation. That gap had became so wide. You're talking about 4 decades. Yeah. Five with most of these kids. You know, there's a 50-year difference between most of these kids when they get to Bama and their head coach. Like, it's hard to relate. Values are different. You know, so Coach Saban retires. I still haven't fully grasped that, man. I think it won't hit me until kickoff August 31st. What about you, man?
Well, I already grasped it. I done embraced Coach Kalen DeBoer, man. But I will never forget what Nick Saban did. The great Nick Saban, the greatest college football coach of all time. I will never forget. Well, you can't forget what he did for the University of Alabama, winning 6 national championships in 17 seasons?
17 years, man.
About 9-10 SEC championships. So you won't never forget the Nick Saban era. But I done fully embraced the Kalen DeBoer era, and I'm all in on it because I got the utmost confidence in Coach Kalen DeBoer.
You ever been hugging family and like somebody try to leave the group hug too fast? Well, you kind of hold on, that's what I'm doing with Coach. I ain't really squeezing them like this. I'm like, you know, holding his hand just a little bit as he's walking away. You get what I'm saying? I'm just holding it a little bit because A-Day was big for me, bro.
You slowly let go.
Yeah, you know, A-Day was big, you know what?
But the good thing about it, Coach Saban, he knew when to leave. He sees all these changes, man.
Say that part.
The greatest thing about it, it's like he goes to the AD and say, hey, things are changing, NIL, transfer portal is running crazy. These kids, they all about the money now. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to just stay behind the scenes. You know what I'm saying?
I'm going to manage this thing as a manage. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. So I won't have to deal with all this. You bring in somebody young, get you a younger coaching staff, and let them have the reins, and I will be sitting back helping them out. Which that's what I like. He's not there, but he's there.
Yeah, man. And you mentioned recruiting too, Black. The caliber of kids you getting committed. Like, we just recently got Dawson married. That was when when I knew he was really seriously trying to come on campus. That's when I knew that we had him. Ty Haywood is hanging in the balance. You know, they projected him to us. Khalid Lockett, Caleb Cunningham, and I mean, even hearing that Derek Meadows is a real serious, like, this group of, I mean, just the collective group of players, offensive linemen, the quarterback that we got, the running back that we got committed to this class, the running back that's about to flip. Like, this staff is really killing it, bro. So in that aspect of it, that I understand the plus or after the A, because who comes in and does that? Not Husky Harrison. You get what I'm saying?
Nobody. And my thing is, these recruits are committing to the unknown. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
It's unknown. You know what Ohio State got, you know what Georgia got, but right now you don't know what Alabama got.
Right.
But you know what Alabama is capable of. You committing to the right as of now, I think you really committing to the university and the tradition of the Alabama Crimson Tide.
Listen,
because the future is unknown. You know what Nick Saban brought to the program.
my boy said it right here. It's
So,
about to get real ugly. It's about to get
yeah.
real ugly for college football. And Coach Kalen DeBoer is going to do it in the most subtle, humble, genuine fashion when it comes to how he approaches it. But the way that it's going to be done is going to be so violent and so disruptive in media and college football, because people are starting to close their eyes a little bit now. They're not looking as hard now because they can't stand the brightness from all them stars that's committing and what's happening with this staff, right? And so they starting to close their eyes, and now you see a lot more people starting to mind their business. But it's one person, Black, that just don't he don't seem to want to he just don't want to leave us alone. And
it won't take long. Once Alabama hit the field, he gonna leave us alone. Trust us. And we talking about Matt Moscona, who loved to have the Alabama Crimson Tide name in his mouth in a negative way. And I done told all these haters, you should keep your damn mouth closed when you're talking about Alabama in a negative way, because they always prove you wrong and make you look like a damn fool.
You know what's sad?
I caught Matt Moscona live this past Saturday. So I jumped in his chat, right?
Yeah. What you did? Because I was in there too. I left after about 10 minutes.
Yeah, he was talking about Alabama. And so I said something about LSU. And he's going to say, oh, an Alabama fan spending his Saturday morning in a LSU chat room talking about LSU, So I'm like, you spending your Saturday morning on your LSU platform talking about Alabama for some reason. You know what I'm saying? So,
now, hey, he double tapping with the paycheck to talk about Alabama as an LSU fan like that. It's marketing. You get what I'm saying? It's business, smart business. If you want to talk about something,
like I said on a video, I talked about him. You have to talk Alabama because that's what keeps your show relevant. You know what I'm saying? So. Hey, because Alabama, you talk about Alabama, you're gonna get them views. You're gonna get that communication, even if they from haters. So
right.
I mean, Alabama, that's what brings you content, basically.
So, and that's the funny thing. Like, it would be almost cool if you stated actual facts, Maddie. You get what I'm saying? Like, just
exactly.
Even if you came with some facts. The first video I did was the one where he said Alabama is burning. He was in the car and his son was in the back seat, and he was talking in the camera, and he was like, recruiting's going to suffer. All your 5 stars are leaving. The transfer portal is going to eat you alive. Yeah. Okay, and turn around 3 weeks later, Alabama has the number 2 ranked transfer class. Alabama turns around, and then they in their 24 class, the class that you said wouldn't finish in the top 10. He retains that class. They finished as the number 2 recruiting class with 4 5-stars in this class. Ryan Williams reclassing, making the 4 5-star next. Like, all of the things that he just continues to blatantly disregard when it comes to information makes me start to feel that we're not dealing with a football analyst. This is a media personality that's posting as an analyst, and it makes ESPN look gullible and Black. I'm ready to pitch. We could pitch this show right now. If they're gonna let Matt Moscona do that, we're gonna pitch this. We're gonna send this in right now and pitch it, because it don't get no worse than that, bro.
Right. I mean, the information is out there. It's too easy to find.
You got Google. You're on a computer. You have a laptop on your set. Like,
that's it.
You could Keelan Russell.
He on his radio show saying Keelan Russell is a 3-star and all of this stuff. And the other day I heard him say, you got 9 teams in the SEC that won a national championship, some type of championships in the last, I guess he was saying two years or whatever, 3, I don't know. But 9 programs in the SEC that won a national championship. Alabama has won nothing or whatever. As I recall, and he was talking about across all sports, right?
Right.
As I recall, Alabama just won a national championship in the singles tennis. If you're going to say all sports. You see what I'm saying? and I try to tell these clowns, well, all Alabama try to tell them, Alabama is an everything school.
Everything school.
A football school. Okay. You see what Nate Oates doing with the basketball program.
Man.
You know, our freaking softball team always making it to the World Series. Gymnastics is up. I mean, come on, man. It's too much to talk about.
Man, so, and that's the thing. LSU, you're holding on to hope. You're holding on to hope this season, and you're hoping that as those LSU fans that support what he be saying, because I be in the chat and I be like, it's actually people out here that believe this mess. And I understand it get real swampy down there in Louisiana. You know what I'm saying? It get real swampy down there. You know, but I think information availability is everywhere now, right? If you're watching Matt Moscano, you can pull out your phone and see that everything he talking about is bullshit. You know what I'm saying? So I'm one of them ones, and I'm like, at the end of the day, Matty, what's LSU's record currently against Alabama, regardless of the coach? You get what I'm saying?
Exactly.
You get what I'm saying?
And that's every team in the SEC. No SEC program has a winning record against Alabama all time. And now Texas and Oklahoma coming into the SEC, they do.
Yeah.
But the past 13 out of 14 teams, none of them have a winning record of all time versus Alabama. None of them. And then they want to bring up the 90s and all that. Even with the probation and all that, Alabama was still whooping most of these teams. You know what I'm saying? And if you want to bring up LSU, Georgia, whoever, no matter who the coach was, they were still whooping their butt.
Like, so, I'm horrible, man. I'm horrible. Y'all know I'm a fool, right? And this ain't this. We had this junk happen last time. Nick Saban Jr. When I put this comment up, if y'all ignorant like me, y'all gonna understand why it's funny, because when I made this argument, folks thought I was playing. And listen, Bama win natties in wheelchair basketball too, y'all. Them
men and women. Men and women wheelchair basketball.
They be hooping. And they are some crazy. But when I said this to a Georgia fan, they was trying to call my bluff. All you got to go do is Google it. And I laughed so hard in their face on Twitter, man. I wish I could bring that whole thread up. I mean, they were really trying to argue, and that's not even a real thing. It is. These are scholarship players on the wheelchair.
They are.
It's a real thing. Don't move the goalpost because your team is irrelevant in it. You get what I'm saying?
I mean, they bragging about some damn horseback riding.
Come on, man. Get out of here. So Matt Moscano, LSU, everybody, all that little nation. I can't wait till that. It's a November matchup, I believe. I think we see them in November when we see LSU. When we see them, when we go down to Death Valley, and I don't think that's going to be one of the tough ones. I think Tennessee game is going to be tougher than that LSU game. The crowd and everything, I think we'll be straight by LSU.
I mean, if you look at LSU, as far as the defense, I don't think they're going to be too much better. As far as the offense, you lost all your production basically.
78% of it.
I mean, Jaden Daniels, he was most of the offense for his passing and rushing. Then you did lose the two wide receivers, Malik Neighbors and Brian Thomas Jr.
Yeah.
That's the production in your wide receiver core.
Yeah.
So, and then you lost your running back to Ole Miss. So,
and that's crazy. You lose you lose your running back to Ole Miss. You let what was the young man's name go to Lane Kiffin? Oh man, and y'all got to see them. I think they see them like week 7.
Yeah, Logan Diggs. Yeah, but my thing is, and you talking about the transfer portal, right?
Yeah.
So after Nick Saban retired, right? You know, guys were jumping into the transfer portal. Alabama guys. I forgot how many we lost. I think we lost about
17
to the transfer portal.
I know we lost 17. After Nick Saban. Yeah.
But if you look at what we lost in the transfer portal, how many was impact players? You see
not all of them.
I mean, I'm gonna say Roydell Williams, Caleb Downs, Isaiah Bond.
Yeah.
And if you want to add Amari Knee Black in there, you can. But some people do, some people don't. But that's the only impact players that we lost. So
nobody that was impactful on the offensive line. The one that was the one that was hurting us is gone, right?
Yeah.
Shoot. I mean, the one that started getting better, we thought it was gone, but he back. Caden Proctor.
He back.
You get what I'm saying? Like,
only thing we got to replace is right tackle, J.C. Latham. That's it.
That's it. And I'm more excited about Wilk and Formby being on the field this year. Probably, I can't wait, man. Him and Jaden Roberts, Tyler Booker. I mean, them three right there, they're gonna hold it down. I'm ready to see Parker Brailsford with 15 more pounds on him. I seen the reports about him putting his weight on, trying to get up to that 285, 290 range. And then left tackle, man, Proctor, I'm ready to see the transformation, man. You look at the pictures.
They dropping the weight.
Man, I'm telling you, man. And if you get Proctor down to 315 at that frame, 6'7" frame, you get him down to 315. That's athletic offensive tackle build. You get what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And Formby right there at the 295, 300 range. Like, I mean, just big athletic guys that get out in space and move. You see Roberts move well. You see Booker move well. But I'm telling you, Brock Montgomery, anybody go down on that interior, he the first one off the bench. And I'm telling you, he might. It's gonna be a dilemma trying to pull him back off the field.
He was a flip. Brock Montgomery was a flip
from UGA. Yep.
Yeah. And, Tyler Booker, he done dropped 25 pounds already.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, 355 to 330.
He came into last season at 355, 360. I'm like, man, that was crazy. Caden Proctor sitting at 370. Like, that's too much weight to be trying to move. Then you can't run tempo. His tempo's not executed well. You can't pass block the speed edges, right? It was crazy, but Portal did not hurt us as bad as everybody trying to make it seem like it did.
Exactly.
Lost a lot at one time. You did lose a lot at one time. It felt like a lot, but look at the talent that's left. Look at what's signed. Look at what's retained. Look what's been picked up out of the portal that we've gained. King Mac.
Exactly. And I can guarantee you some of those guys who transferred, I guarantee you right now they wish they would have stayed, knowing that Nick Saban is still in the building.
Antonio Kite, I know he wish he would have stayed. That Auburn secondary looks garbage. God awful garbage. Bro, did you see this the spring game? Did you see any of that spring game?
I watched not all of it. I mean, I don't expect too much out of Auburn anyway. So
me neither. But man, for them to be talking as much, they was popping their guns. It's not even Auburn beat writers or content creators that's talking. They don't even bother us no more. It's the fan base. Like, what are y'all seeing that we not seeing? Is it in the collard green water that they drinking over there in Opelika?
It's been hopeful, man. Wishful thinking, man.
And they do this. They do this on a consistent basis, Black. They do this on a consistent basis. Like they are consistent. I will give them that. So for all my Wow Eagle fans, y'all just keep on doing it, man. And I can't wait for this season, man. I'm excited about this season. I want to jump into a segment, bro. But before we get into it, we got a lot of people in the chat. I want to get to some of these comments in the chat, man. We got Antoine Curtis saying LSU only hope is for Bama to be bad. They already know what they're going to be like, bunch of basic bitches. They coming in heavy with them today, man. Who else we got in here? Andrew Glover became a member of the chat too, man. Became a member of the family. Appreciate you, Andrew. Much love for showing up. Did we have some super chats pop up while we were talking? Nah, we ain't had none.
Not that you didn't mention already.
Okay. And then let me see. Let me go down here. You can't mention college sports without mentioning Bama. But you know what? You said something, Black, about the basketball recruiting.
Right.
Why is Auburn still talking about basketball? We literally just got your best guard on your roster.
Exactly.
I mean, no hesitation, hit the portal and just packed his bags and came right up the road.
What's the coach? Bruce Pearl?
Yeah.
Bruce Pearl said taking that guy was like taking Cam Newton from Auburn.
Mm-hmm.
So you know what that's saying.
It's done, man. That's you can just about hang it up. You can just about hang it up. We got a question in the chat. Anthony Manzano says, Coach Smook and Kangaroo Black, do you guys feel the transfer portal is bad for the game of college football, or do you actually like it?
Well, for me, the way the state of it is now, I don't like it. Now, I don't mind the transfer portal, but I don't think you should be able to transfer after your freshman season.
Right.
I don't think that. Now, if you did your freshman season, your sophomore season, you ain't getting playing time, go transfer.
Yeah.
But give the program a chance. You leaving basically because you don't want to compete, especially after your freshman season. Come on, man. You done came there. Now you see what's there. You say you think you can't crack the rotation, so you leaving. So, but after your sophomore year, yeah, I don't mind the transfer portal, but now I don't like it.
I think you need to be redshirt freshman or true sophomore.
Right.
And I agree 100% with you. Not only in that though, man, you got with the way that NIL is structured right now, you're not holding these kids to any type of accountability when they're able to go for a year and then just leave. Like, I just took $25,000 from this investor who's invested into the university, right? And now I don't have to uphold my agreement to be committed to the university because I didn't get on the field as much as I want to. So, I agree 100% with you.
And then, even though Caden Proctor, he's our guy, I don't agree with that.
Him coming back.
And I'm sure he probably got some NIL money. And then you change your mind a month or two later and go.
It wasn't even 2 months, bro. It was 24. I think it ended up being like 28 total days, bro.
Right.
And he was, and what's crazy is Black, kind of to answer the question, I think it's good for your third year guys who have really been in the system, like a Christian Story, like you know, who else left? Ja'Cory Brooks, Roydell Williams, you know what I'm saying? Kendrick Blackshire, Sean Murphy, all those guys that ended up hitting the Perry, the defensive lineman, Curtis Perry, him leaving. That was James Brockemeyer. I can understand all those situations. I can understand them. Your third, fourth, fifth year guy, and there's some legit competition, and you've shown, especially like James Brockemeyer, you've shown, Curtis Perry, you've shown that you're supposed to be on the field somewhere rotational to be able to create value for yourself. You don't have much time to be trying to wait for that rotation and be consistent. So if there's a staff out there that's been evaluating you from afar and they're going through the right process to evaluate you and talk to you, communicate with your camp or whoever, and you feel like that's best, take advantage of it. That's what you do. But don't chase a dollar amount, because you'll end up like my boy DeMoy Kennedy when he went to Colorado last season, and you saw how that worked out for him. Shoot, both boys that left Bama and went to Colorado, where they at?
They entered the transfer portal. Did anybody pick them up?
Nah, I don't even see them.
Anybody?
I don't see them.
Heard anything on them either.
You'll see them at East Mississippi Community College with Tony.
Yeah, probably so.
You get what I'm saying? And I'm not dogging Tony. I feel like Tony got a plan for what he want to do, you know.
Well, from what I read, he's only going to do 1 year at East Mississippi, and then, you know, and
that's what happened when you stay on top of your classwork.
Work on his skills, and then, you know, jump back in the portal.
Yeah, and that's what happened when you stay on top of your classwork. It ain't nothing about his grades or nothing. It's a development thing for him, and because he's not going to get big enough to play linebacker, and he's not going to ever be boundary corner. He got to be a safety. He got to be a safety. If he want to see the field, Tony Mitchell needs to be playing either in the box or over top. Safety, strong safety or free safety. It don't matter. He got to be a safety. But yeah, y'all. Shout out to Trina with the $6.99 saying roll freaking Tide, y'all. Listen, for 10 seconds, can everybody run up the fire emojis in the chat? We got 244 total viewers, got 106 live on YouTube, 138 live on Twitter. If you're on Twitter and you trying to have your comment seen, you need to go ahead and jump on this YouTube side and catch this action live here on YouTube at the Coach Smook Network. We got Kangaroo Black on the screen live in real time. And y'all come in, drop them fire emojis, man. Let's run them up while we get ready. But Black, I love something that you do on your channel, man, as the chat get fired up. Listen, the comments, man. People come through, they say, and we this is part of the show, Mama, Daddy. If y'all watching, listen, don't plug your ears up because I know y'all gonna laugh, but I don't want to hear nothing after this. This is my big brother. You know, when me and my brother, when me and my little brother get together, y'all let us act up. So let me and my big brother get together and act up. Cause we about to act up. Some of this stuff that bruh said he got. we go. Did you got some Bama ones and some other ones?
Yeah.
Okay.
I had some of these comments from what was it, Tuesday night? I think. But they from some videos I posted last week, I guess. Yeah. But yeah, man, they
set it up however you need to explain it so that we could put everybody in tune with what the storyline is.
I can just read the comments. You know, I got their names. I can just read the comments or whatever. And
with it.
But hey, man, they be saying some crazy stuff, man. Let me just see what we got over here.
Oh man,
I don't want to do that one. Oh, Keith Boone is a super troll, so I ain't gonna go there.
You know what, Black? I love super trolls, man. I ain't even gonna lie, especially the ones that like they be kind of accurate and they make you think about your should I reply or should I not reply? Now that I'm about to reply, is this the one? He's like, I love them type of trolls, but them trolls is like weak. They say it a lot to be heard. Them the ones I can't stand because it be weak. If I don't respond to it, it's horrible. If it can't almost hurt my feelings, it's horrible.
Well, this comment is on Keelan Russell, right? About him winning the Elite 11. You know, Matt Moscona, he's one of them, but a lot of fans of other fan bases has been downplaying him winning the Elite 11. And this guy, John Dukes, 8283 says, go look at the history of Elite 11 MVP college careers. Don't put the cart before the horse. Well, I tell you like this. They want to bring up all the Elite 11 quarterbacks that failed, but failed to mention all the Elite 11 quarterbacks that had successful college careers and went on into the NFL to have successful NFL careers. You know, Tua won the Elite 11. You don't bring that up. You know, Caleb Williams won the Elite 11. You don't bring that up. You only focus on the negative when it comes to Alabama to try to downplay them.
You know what's crazy, Black?
Because go ahead.
You know what's crazy? If you look at the Elite 11 top 5, 4 out of the top 5 in the last 7 years straight from the Elite 11 have either went on to play for Power 5 schools.
Right.
And I think out of those 4 that went to play on at Power 5 schools, actually start and play, right? I think out of that 20 out of 25 that were in that top 5, those 7 years straight or something like that, I think it was 19 of them have been drafted.
Right.
19. It don't matter first round, second round. They've been drafted.
Yeah, but the issue with me, you only do this with Alabama, right? That is it. Anybody else could have won that Elite 11. Nothing would have been said.
Right.
And Matt Moscona seems to think the only reason their guy didn't win the Elite 11 because he didn't participate. He had something else to do.
Yeah.
It ain't like it was a lock that he was going to win it or be named the MVP or whatever. And that's what these fans fail to realize. And I'm going to throw Georgia in this situation too. Because
bring them on in.
They are picked or favored to win the SEC and the national championship. The fans seem to think it's a lock. And just like I tell them, hell, you was picked to win both of them last season. But what happened? Alabama got in the way. And after December 2nd, no more dogs barking about a 3-peat. So just because you're a favorite to do something, or you think your team or quarterback is favored to do something, don't mean they're going to do it. Because you got Alabama lurking out there in all aspects of the game.
And you know what? It's crazy because going into that game, they really thought that they could get in, losing to the number 8 team. We were the number 8 team at the time. He thought as a number 1 ranked team, you would get in the playoffs in the top 4, losing to the number 8 team. Don't discredit the Bama brand all season. And then when you lose to us, we lost to Alabama in the SEC championship. Yeah. The whole season, the team that y'all said was so garbage, was We struggle with Ole Miss. We lost to Texas. You struggle with USF. You struggle. This was y'all arguments, Georgia fans. This is what y'all was saying to us all season. It didn't matter that we had to go into overtime to beat. We needed 4th and 31 to beat Auburn. It didn't matter. None of that mattered because y'all forgot that y'all only beat Auburn by 1 score. Like y'all looked at this thing from such a high point. That's what happens when you're not used to winning. Black, you get your little 2-peat, you get your back-to-back. You needed to start it off. You needed the best offensive weapons to go down to start it off, first of all. And then when it came time to really put together a game plan to really beat the team that you thought you had surpassed, you couldn't do it. You got outcoached again, Kirby. So for Georgia fans to really have some type of confidence thinking that because Kalen DeBoer is here, they about to just step for national media to feel like they just about to step. This man was just playing for the Natty. Kirby wasn't coaching in the Natty. Kirby wasn't even in the playoffs. He was beating up on third stringers and preferred walk-ons.
I mean, they living off woulda, coulda, shouldas. You know what I'm saying? That's what they living off. Woulda, coulda. We would have beaten Michigan. We did this. Or they'll say, well, what did Texas do to you? Well, all I got to say, don't talk about what Texas did with Alabama. Talk about what Georgia do with Alabama. You know, if you support Georgia, talk about Georgia. Don't celebrate Texas. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So basically, it's just all around hate for Alabama. I even had this guy to tell me or say in the comment section that Auburn playing prevent defense cost Georgia a 3-peat. Auburn didn't have nothing to do with it because guess what? You still had the SEC championship game. If you'd have won that still don't mean you the 3-peated. Okay, Auburn didn't cost you nothing. Kirby Smart and that coaching staff and that Georgia Bulldog team cost you a 3-peat. Nobody else.
Listen, man, I love this. I love to see Georgia fans backpedal, man. That's like, I want to say probably since 2017, I got put in this Facebook group, and I love giving a shout out to these boys because they some diehard dog fans. It's one of them trash talk groups, man. You can't miss a day of posting or interacting or you hiding. You get what I'm saying? They're gonna come at you. It's like 80 of them posting about you, tagging you. Go to work. You better not go to work first and make no money for your family without checking into that group and standing up for the Christmas tide. Because all 80 of them dogs gonna be barking at you. And a few of them they don't care, man. They go and get pictures from your profile, edit, look face edits, be roasting you. And you know how I go down in the South, man. You know how we get down when them roast sessions get real sticky. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but but let's not mention the way they talked about Milroe.
Man, bad. Y'all got a running back at quarterback. Y'all ain't go. How y'all gonna get? Y'all can't pass.
Like they say, we got a running back at quarterback, and you still can't beat them. So what do that say about y'all? You know what I'm saying?
You're bringing an offensive-minded coach to this team. That's he's gonna put priority offense. Like defense gonna be a thing for this team this year. I think the defense is gonna be a defensive led team. That's just my personal opinion. I just think the offense is gonna be so fluid and consistent that's gonna be highlight because nobody's expecting Jalen Milroe to be able to be a consistent game manager that can that can take the game over.
Right.
Like the moment he could do that is over with for college football.
And my thing, man, these fans think Alabama, Jalen Milroe can't get better. They only think their teams can get better. I don't understand it.
No, Black, I'm going to touch on something, and I don't care which way it go. This is my channel. Why do our fans, there's a lot of fans still to this point after seeing his performance at the A-Day that feel like Jalen Milroe cannot get better and are so big on pushing Ty Simpson in front of him, so big on Austin Mack, all of this other stuff, Dylan Lonergan, but they're acting like those other 3 quarterbacks can get better, but Jalen Milroe can't. Why is that?
I ain't gonna give you my opinion on that, but hey, you know how it is.
Hey, and people, but hey, and I ain't gonna press you. Ain't no peer pressure. But
because you know what? But the thing, it was the same thing with Jalen Hurts, Blake Sims,
the same thing now. Don't shoot the messenger. We just being real. This what happened. As long as Jalen Hurts was winning his freshman year, praises it is. But as soon as you got somebody that was nicer, fit the look. You know what I'm saying? When Tua came on the scene, they were so ready to move Jalen out the way. And this man literally took us to a national championship as a true freshman. SEC Player of the Year. Man, SEC Freshman of the Year.
We wouldn't have been where we was at if it wasn't for Jalen Hurts, man.
None of it. That
we
first year,
where we was at, man.
Blake Barnett. Imagine trying to hand the reins over back to Blake Barnett that year, bro.
Exactly.
Because that's what they was asking for. That's what they was asking for. Imagine trying to keep the reins. And I'm not dogging Ty Simpson. I think Ty Simpson next year, after Miro leaves, Ty Simpson comes in with the he has to. He has to come in with that Mac Jones mentality to want to come and compete because that'll be the perfect transition. Because Keelan not sitting more than a year, bro.
Right. You know what? I love Ty Simpson right now. And I think if Jalen Milroe won there, he will be the starter. No doubt. Yeah. I love some Ty Simpson.
Yeah.
But I think it's going to be a open quarterback competition next year with Keelan Russell in the mix now. I don't think it's just going to be automatically Ty Simpson. Now, in saying that, if it ain't, he going to transfer.
Yeah. But not only, you got to think, man, if it's going to be open, and I generally think you come into it with some type of, and we got coaching experience. You generally come into it, it's open competition, but generally, who do I feel more confident in right now? You have to make that decision day one.
Oh, yeah.
And Ty Simpson will be that guy. So, and I think he will be mentally prepared to not lose that moment.
Right.
But if he doesn't, just same thing I said with Jalen Milroe. He passed the spring test, the spring ball test.
Yeah.
He passed that one. He seized it there. But now that thing, if it don't roll over week 1 against Western Kentucky, if we don't go 5 or 6 on the first 6 drive of the season offensively, I think there's a question there. And if Jalen Milroe gives Ty Simpson the opportunity this year, Ty Simpson's going to run with it. I said it last year.
I believe that because Coach Kalen DeBoer already said he don't give a damn about how long you've been there, your age or whatever. The best man is going to play.
Yep.
Yeah, and I like that. Whether
I love
you've been a starter for 2-3 years, he don't care. So I don't, because right now, Coach Kalen DeBoer, he don't far as players on the field as playing times, he don't owe nobody nothing.
Right.
Like I think Coach Saban probably was a little too loyal to the players who've been around the program for a while.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I think that same shit about Kirby Smart. They too loyal to these players. If they ain't getting the job done, they need to be on the sideline.
Look at Day-Day, my brother Day-Day, Nick Saban Jr. I know you familiar with the name in the chat. He talking about some Beck. I think we have seen his best. You know what? I don't think Carson Beck has been put in a situation to show us his best yet. This year will be his situation because now the weapons are gone. The perimeter, Brock Bowers, but he has some weapons still there. How do you transition to that using those guys and highlighting their skill sets? And be realistic, Black. And I don't know if you share this same thought, but me being realistic, Georgia on paper, they should, all the hype that they're getting, they deserve it. Juniors, seniors, all across both sides, too deep. Experience everywhere, not necessarily impact, but experience. Guys got snaps. You look at the amount of snaps on the offensive side, I think totaled out between all their projected starters, I think is above that 800 mark, what you want to see. When you're talking about collective snaps amongst 11 players, I think it's right there at 800. And then defensive is even more with the guys they lost to the portal. So I think they're poised to be the most veteran team. But I think Georgia fans fail to realize they're poised to see what the Bama team that they saw last year. They don't know what's about to hit them on either side of the ball this year, schematic-wise or defensive-wise. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. My thing about Georgia, the offensive side of the ball, they made up of a lot of transfers. Outside of Carson Beck, offensive line, you got a transfer running back. Your whole wide receiver core is made up of transfers.
Mm-hmm.
So, and they ain't like elite transfers either.
Not.
You know what I'm saying? You got transfers from Missouri, Mississippi State, Miami, and Vanderbilt. So yeah, they might have been the best wide receiver on that team, But when Ra Thomas came from Mississippi State, well, Mississippi State still trash.
Yeah.
And then the other guy from Missouri, he came off a trash Missouri team. Miami ain't good.
They play better without him.
Exactly. And Vandy ain't good. And it ain't like these guys putting up big numbers.
And then also at this, bro, you got to think they were so invested on ETN coming in, and you see what like your program. What's up with recruiting? Like Kirby didn't take that part of the structure or the blueprint. He ain't been able to hold these rosters together too much when it comes to discipline in the offseason, man. Since I mean,
I don't want to get on that, man.
Clark County Jail got. I mean, that's
I done caught so much hell with them Georgia fans about.
What's that? UGA Northeast? Ain't that what in jail at? Like Northeast Athens, right out there.
I have the slightest idea, man. But hey, them guys, like I say, they be running them up, don't they? That's the thing about it. Kirby could nip this in the bud
easily.
All he got to do is set one example.
One.
How is it that you can get a DUI on a Wednesday and be on the field Saturday? You know what I'm saying? You can get a DUI, cause an accident, and be on the field on Saturday. I don't understand that.
Don't be tied to no robbery. Don't be tied to no robbery on Monday morning after you just got done beating up on Florida, and you get tied to a robbery after you went home for the weekend. Don't get tied to that and be on the field that following Saturday against doggone Tennessee. Don't do that. That was like, it's so much crazy stuff that you see going out there, and you wonder, man, like, where's Kirby already making notions that he's not gonna be doing this too much longer. He already making them notions. College football, you can tell, you could see it in and even in his delivery now, it's becoming more like passive. You know what I'm saying?
Man, don't say that, boy. These Georgia fans they already think Kirby gonna be there forever.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? If I mention Kirby in the NFL, I done committed a crime.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? So, but hey,
they a fool if they don't see it coming. They a fool this day and age, because it could happen. It could happen to us. Caleb the boy can win the national championship this year, and the Falcons might come calling next year.
Yeah. So, but let me read a couple of more comments, man.
Go ahead, brother.
We got from an Alabama fan. The Alabama fan, the know-it-all. I've been saying this for the last 17 years, and all I hear is when Saban leaves, Bama will suck. Alabama was a blue blood way before anybody ever knew who Nick Saban was. Bama was built into a national powerhouse by Wallace Wade, Frank Thomas, Red Drew, Paul Bryant, Gene Stallings. The drop-off you saw in the late 90s and early 2000s was due to back-to-back probations that were some of the heaviest sanctions handed down. Rival fans always leave out that fact. So, but yeah, and that's right, man. Alabama was a blue blood way before Nick Saban.
I remember being a Bama fan 2000s because as a young child, you watch it. I was more of a basketball kid. My dad had me in basketball at a young age. I started hooping when I was like 4, like playing organized ball. I was hooping at 4. I always played one up. So I was really locked in on NBA growing up. But all football I ever watched was Bama college games. Like, that's it. Never was really into the NFL. It was just Bama football. So around 98, 99, when I was getting a little bit older, I started understanding the structure of football, schedules, teams, how NFL and college was separate, 2 different leagues. Like, everything, I started developing common knowledge, right? So in the early 2000s, when I started understanding what conference meant and conference game and this division and all that, losing to Auburn meant work. Like that 6-year span of losing to Auburn, that 6 straight years, it started to mean more and more. Like, it started to bother me. And as a Bama fan, I didn't care. I was still yelling Roll Tide. Like, living in Fort Benning, Georgia, I was, man. DeQuan Menzie was one of my brothers. He one of my bros. We grew up together. And he'll tell you, 7th grade, 6th grade, 5th grade, them years we was around each other, I've been Roll Tide my whole life. But I remember having to deal with Auburn fans. Like, it's not many Army brats who are Auburn families back then was Auburn families in the military. So hearing that junk in the South, man, it was different. So I can coincide with all that. Like, people calm down. This is great, but I can coincide with the other side too, Black. You don't expect an immediate follow-up at this, like we was talking about earlier. You don't expect an immediate follow-up to come in and start just checking every block. Every block. Recruiting, coaching staff, facilities, presence, countenance, like interview, the way he commands the interviews, interaction, reachability. You get what I'm saying? Relatability. Like, all of this stuff matters when you're talking about taking over for the greatest of all time to ever do it. So exactly. I could see both sides of this thing and say, hey, neither side of the teeter-totter is wrong. You get what I'm saying? They both got they.
I just know if all this translates to the field, it's gonna be crazy.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be crazy.
Facts.
They better hope it don't translate to the field. That's all I know.
Man.
People say ain't no way Alabama can go 12-0, 11-1. It's a way.
Man.
We as Alabama fans, it's crazy if we think that can happen. It can happen.
So you trying to tell me
we got the staff. We got the staff. We definitely got the players. And guess what? It ain't about the stars either. I keep telling you, it's about the heart, how bad you want it. And these players, they want to start this new era off right.
Listen, Black, when you telling me Coach Kalen DeBoer got to Washington and took that Washington team that had been kind of like, he put the pieces together. They didn't retain like an elite roster. They put that roster together. They developed what was on that roster. That first season, did they not play for that conference championship and lose? And that's what kept them out. They kept them out the playoffs.
Yeah, he did.
They went 10-1. They went 11-1, and then they lost the conference championship, and then they won a bowl game.
Yeah.
So you're telling me that Alabama, who just went, what it was, 11-2 this past season?
Yeah.
Right? We go 11-2 with this roster. You only lose like 40% of your production on the offensive side. You lose majority of your production on the defensive side, only on the back end, right? Right. Just by tackles. We're not talking about interceptions. We didn't have no crazy amount of interceptions in the secondary last year. We lose experience, quote unquote, right? We don't lose talent though. We still have talent. And you're giving that to a gentleman who just for the past 3 years developed a roster, didn't have the resources that Alabama possesses, and he's supposed to fall off from going 10-2 over or 11-2 over there and 14-1 over there to coming here and going 9-3 in a regular season.
Exactly.
and let's be real.
This is the SEC. This is the SEC. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter to
SEC, man.
Because guess what? And I'm gonna stand on this. I've been saying it. The SEC is just like every other conference.
Say that and stand on it, brother.
One or two good teams, the rest of them average to mediocre. Mm-hmm. Every now and then, every 2 or 3 years, somebody will pop up and have a good season, like Missouri last season.
Right.
But then it's the same. ACC, couple of good teams, which now Florida State now throw Clemson in there. The two best teams. At that time, the Big Ten, Michigan and Ohio State. Pac-12, I'll say Washington and Utah, sometimes USC will jump in there. All right, the Big 12, Oklahoma and Texas.
That's
SEC,
it.
Alabama and Georgia. You know what I'm saying? They just like any other conference. I don't care what conference it is, what division of football. It's all about winning.
And all you got to do, and I'm going to tell you how balanced it is across conferences now. And I will say there is a different caliber of player that comes to the SEC, but because styles clash and momentum matters so much, when you see a lot of those early season matchups, for instance, Florida State, LSU last year.
Yep.
If Florida State and LSU had to see each other fully, like full team, healthy and all, week 1, and then had to see each other week 8, I guarantee you there's 2 different games because you got 2 teams. Florida State's not a dominant team in the ACC. We're not going to front and act like they had 1 year. They had that 1 year. They're another mediocre team in the ACC. You got another team in LSU who fluctuates, year in and year out. Sometimes they're top 2, but usually they're generally number 3 to 7, right? They're right in the middle. When you put those teams together, I guarantee you 2 games a year, there'll be different outcomes. It's not like if you played Alabama against Florida State, where both times we see them, we beating the brakes off of them. Georgia against Florida State. You get what I'm saying? Or let's say ACC, Miami against Vanderbilt, Miami against Kentucky, maybe. I think that's kind of flip flop too, because Kentucky D up on Miami the way that offense look. But it's one of those things, man. You gotta really make sense of this thing. He's won everywhere he's been. Everywhere he's been. Never had a losing record as a head coach.
And this man, I made a mistake on my video. I say he was 10-1 against top 25. He's 8-1 against top 25 teams. You know what I'm saying? Right. So, and what was the only loss to number 1 Michigan in the national championship game against top 25 teams? You know what I'm saying? So
you can't tell me. And then that's the thing. A coach is going to coach no matter who you give him. But when you give a coach, if you can get a coach that can coach talent, that's a dangerous coach. That's what made Coach Saban and his staff at the beginning of his era so dangerous. They could coach talent. They could bring in the number 1 receiver in the state and tell him you need to block better. Yeah. If you block better, you'll be the greatest wide receiver in this era of college football. And that's what Julio Jones did. If you're going to look at a lot of Julio Jones plays that freshman year, what we was highlighting. Look at Julio Jones on the perimeter blocking downfield. Eli going, Julio Jones with the block downfield, Mark Ingram. You get what I'm saying? Like that's what he did. That's what he did.
You can detest every argument they got with Kalen DeBoer. They would say, well, he ain't never been in the SEC.
Right.
And like I tell them, before Coach Saban came to the SEC, he had never been in the SEC. And look what he did in the SEC. Urban Meyer.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Those guys never coached in the SEC before they came to the SEC.
And they come in and they win it.
Yeah. Even I can even throw Brian Kelly in there.
Yes.
He ain't had a bad season. You know what I'm saying? What, 9-3 last season?
And he didn't inherit the best of LSU rosters that you've seen in recent history.
Exactly. And gave Brian Kelly the roster from 2011, 12. That he might have a national championship.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And literally would have been in one of those talks, like Urban Meyer. You give, and that's what I'm saying. So, and I saw a comment said the defenses are better in the SEC. Black, I'm a big fan of your show. You be killing them. You know what? That's a false narrative that we got to get off of, y'all. That's a false narrative that we got to get off of. Is when I look at the best defenses, I look at what high ranked offenses are you playing? And last year you had 4 SEC teams in the top 20, right? Top 20 of offensive rankings. Anytime you have a conference with that many teams in the top rankings offensively, right? That means that the defenses aren't performing well.
Right.
That's what you look at the Big 12. You had like 8 of those teams in the top 20 for offensive production because majority of your schedule is conference schedule, right? So if you're able to put up a lot of points majority of the season, that means that your conference defense is not all the way there. We had 4 teams in the SEC that were in the top 20. That's not normal for the SEC. Usually maybe 3, maybe 2 in the top 20 for offensive production. We've always had, but because the game has changed, this is what I'm saying. The SEC now. The stats just tell you where to look. If you turn on the film, you will look across the field and say, okay, the SEC has a lot more talented roster defenses fielded to play. But if you look at production, we not no better than a lot of these conferences. We're Bama, Georgia. I even say for the last few years, Tennessee, LSU defensively, Texas A&M defensively, talented. But look at the production, the disparity of production amongst those teams, right? And it's not consistent. So the game of college football is starting to level out. It's starting to level out.
One more comment I want to talk about. This was from last night. When I made this video about talking about Nick Saban in his advisory role from King Brian. He's a big supporter of the channel.
Mm-hmm.
He says that Alabama, basically he's saying Alabama keeping Nick Saban around because they scared that Coach Kalen DeBoer won't get it done or whatever. It's not that. It's definitely not that. Nick Saban is nothing more than a resource to Coach Kalen DeBoer. That's all he is, a resource that Coach Kalen DeBoer can use. Now, any other coach is going to use all the resources available to them. So what's wrong with Coach Kalen DeBoer using Nick Saban as a resource? And like I told him, this was talked about between Alabama AD Greg Byrne and Nick Saban. This was all in the plan when he brought up retirement. I'm going to just step back, bring in a young coach to deal with all the changes in the college football today. I will be there to advise the head coach, whoever you hire, the staff,
right,
and the players. And you notice he's still there for the players. This man, it was put out, he got a 40-hour work week at the University of Alabama. You know how much knowledge they can get out of Nick Saban for the remainder of the time he's at Alabama, whether it's this year, 1 year, 2 years, or whatever. Why wouldn't you use that? You would be a fool not to use it if he's willing to give it.
Facts.
He's the greatest of all time. I guarantee you, any coach who had the chance to, pick Nick Saban's brain, they're going to do it. Any coach. And
every coach.
Yeah. And they would love to have Nick Saban around their program on a weekly basis. You know what I'm saying? And like I say, Kirby copy everything Nick do. He might copy this. So
hey, you know what? And it would not be a slight for Kirby to continue to move and follow Nick Saban. That if I want anybody mimicking Coach Saban, it's Kirby. He deserves it, man. He did so much for Alabama for his time span being there. And you want to see him be successful, but not at the expense of beating us. If you're not, if you're gonna be successful, don't do it beating us. And that's what he did to get the first night in. I think, for him to conquer that feat, but you still in with a losing record overall. You're still not us. You're still not like us. So they not like us, basically, is what I'm saying. But yeah, Black, hey, that's what, that's why I tune into your show. That part right there, here, like seeing the people say what they say and actually hearing it out of somebody else, from somebody else is funny. You got to break out.
I'll be right back.
Gotcha, brother. While he stepped away real quick, y'all. Jumped up real quick. But y'all, so if y'all enjoying the show, man, take a second, run the likes up, run the shares. I'm gonna run this promo for everybody that's trying to become a member of the AAA family. We've just had some people jump in and become members of the channel. Where did they go? Where those memberships? I don't know where they went. We just had members join, y'all. I might have to break out and but y'all, we got Black back. We got Black back. So no commercial. Boom. There we go. You back, brother?
But yeah, man, I'm good. Hey, I got about 10 more minutes.
Yeah, I was just about to say we're gonna wrap it up because I know you got to get out and handle your business, man. But last thing I want you to touch on, bro, real quick before you get out of here. And I like to ask is this because it's preseason, it's off season. We talk about recruiting, we talk about everything else, checking the fan temperature checks. This is the part where we get to be fans. As content creators, analysts, we get to be fans now. Let's be fans. What's the game for you this upcoming season? What's early prediction game that sets the tone for the rest of the season? You see this game, win, loss, however we win it, however we lose it, is going to let you know what this team is going to be the rest of the season.
You I got to go with September 28th against them Georgia Bulldogs. You already know, man. You already know. And I already stated my opinion on it. And my opinion is with Coach Kalen DeBoer and the way this offense I think is going to be, and if the defense is just average,
right?
If it's just average with this offense, if we can come out and beat Georgia by double digits, it's going to be a long season for everybody who come against the Alabama Crimson Tide. I can tell you that now. If we beat Georgia by double digits, Alabama will have a first round bye going into the playoff. Now, if we lose the game and we lose it close, it's still dangerous for everybody else. Still dangerous for everybody else. But my thing with a Coach Kalen DeBoer offense, I don't think Georgia got the personnel to deal with it. Especially in the secondary. You might say, hey, well, Jalen Milroe going to have to get better in the passing game. Okay, that's fine and dandy. Hey, I'm cool with Jalen Milroe because Jalen Milroe then proves to me that he can step up in big games. Jalen Milroe beat the back-to-back national championship on a 29-game winning streak.
Top 10 rated defense.
That he got him sacked 49 times. Now, some of those sacks was on Jalen Milroe, granted, but he done proved to me through all of that he can get it done.
Mm-hmm.
And guess what? That was in a Tommy Rees offense, not a Coach Kalen DeBoer. Say it ain't so. And if you can't beat a Tommy Rees offense, what the hell are you gonna do with a Coach Kalen DeBoer offense?
Can I tag in for 2 seconds?
Georgia, you lost a lot in the secondary too. Kamara Lassiter, Javon Bullock. So don't act like your secondary is all up to par. Now you bringing back Malachi Starks, but Malachi Starks' best season was his freshman season. So if we go out and beat Georgia by double digits, it's over for everybody else. Because I'll say it, Georgia's the best team we're going to face. I know we got to face Oklahoma and LSU and all that, but Georgia is the best team as far as personnel that we're going to face. Even we got to face Tennessee and Neyland Stadium. They hyped up about that game because it's in Neyland Stadium.
That's it.
Fine and dandy. I don't give a damn about Neyland Stadium. And we win there in these matchups more than Tennessee do. So it is what it is. We own Neyland Stadium. We own Atlanta. We own what is it? The Mercedes-Benz.
Yeah,
we own Sanford Stadium in Athens. We own Death Valley. So it don't matter to me. And that's exactly that's the way the season is going to be, in my opinion. We're going to do what we do.
Right.
Under a new head coach. And if you ask me, things is looking better around Tuscaloosa.
A lot better. I spent a lot of time walking them grounds this past spring, man. A lot of time literally just walking them grounds, being in that facility, going into that weight room, being on that practice field, the indoor facility, watching them. I mean, bruh, it's a different energy, and it's all because of this head coach and this general manager, this staff, like the even the support staff that's been added, people who are getting acquainted to the Alabama culture. But I want to jump in, man, because that Georgia game to me is not the game that's going to be it for me. It's just the one that I think will shut a lot of mouths.
Yeah,
a lot. It's going to shut a lot of people up. But the game for me is the Tennessee game. That's going to be the first big one away from the house. And because it's so early in the season, or so like at that point in the season where you kind of establish your identity, depending on how we beat Georgia, which I believe in, this is why I want to jump in. My score prediction for that Georgia game, and a lot of people think I'm crazy, 41-17, Alabama.
I love it, baby.
I mean, and I wouldn't be surprised if they kick it 49-17 type. You get what I'm saying? One of those late scores where it's just like Kalen DeBoer really making a statement.
Right.
And I think that ignites a Georgia team. So when we see them round two, if we see them round two, because Georgia might lose 3 games this year. I'm being realistic. The way the offenses is going to attack Georgia, they got Kirby going to go through his first schematic makeover after this season.
I picked them to lose 2, right, against Alabama and Texas. But then I say don't be surprised if they lose against Ole Miss and Tennessee. And don't let Clemson sneak up on them.
Don't let Clemson sneak up on them week 1.
Right. And my thing is, I said it in a video, I said it on live. This season, we'll see if Kirby is the head coach that everybody think he is. He got to make his money this season. There ain't no more cupcake seasons. There ain't no more UABs and Ball States and, you know, Tennessee Martin and all of them. Yeah, you still got a couple of easy games in Georgia Tech and Vandy, and I think they got South Carolina. I'm not sure. You still got some easy games, but you got a lot of hard games too. A lot of games that can give them trouble.
100% Black. So, well, Black, listen, I know you got to go, big bro. I want to first say just say thank you, man, 100% for joining the show this morning and spending this time with your little bro. I can't wait to continue to collab. You ever need anything from me, content-wise, dialogue-wise, anything, I'm here, bro. I'm here, man, and I can't wait to continue to use you as a resource, brother, and, you know, to continue to build this bond. I really think we got some big things in the future that we're going to be able to do, man, especially surrounding this Georgia, Bama, you know, fan base interaction stuff. Yeah, I see some big things that's going to be able to happen for us, but anything you want to say before you go, man, and make sure you let the people know again where to follow you and find all your content, bro.
All right, mate. I forgot what. The week of the Georgia game, we got to get together.
Oh yeah,
before and after the game.
Listen. Are you going to be at the game?
No.
You staying at the crib?
Yeah.
Okay, because I was about to say we doing a tailgate party. We doing a tailgate what? Yeah, and I was about to say go ahead, pull up. You know what I'm saying? Because that'll be the move, man. I'm telling you what we got going. And so the thing is, plans might be changed a little bit. We might be collabing with like a big Georgia fan base committee. Okay. They do the tailgate party committee. You know what I'm saying? So our fans, they fans mixed up. It's usually a good time, man. Tailgating with Georgia fans is usually a good time. You know, so
hey, I appreciate you having me on, man. And like I say, you can find me on my YouTube channel. Just search Kangaroo Black on Twitter, Kangaroo Black 1, Facebook, Show Enough. It's more than one Show Enough on Facebook, so you'll know who it is.
Right.
So, but yeah, man, that's where you can find me at, man. But hey, appreciate you having me on. It was an honor, man. And you know, I'll promote this channel on my channel.
For sure, man. You know, appreciate you, bro.
Get some of my subscribers to come over here and subscribe to you, man. You putting out great content. You keeping everybody up on recruiting, man. And I love it, man.
Man, I appreciate you for real, man. And I'm gonna let you go, bro. But I can't wait to do this again, bro. And I'm telling you, you said you in North Carolina or South Carolina?
North Carolina.
Oh yeah, I gotta ride through there in a few months, bro. So don't be surprised if I look. Black, I got the camera, I got the mics. Let's get up, man. Let's go hang out. Let's go do something. What we do now that we veterans now? We go bowling and stuff like that. You can't go we go bowling. We can go bowling. Have a few and bowl a couple strikes. You know, I'm a professional bowler. I ain't even gonna lie to you, Black.
Well, I ain't that. I ain't that.
Oh man,
I'm bowling in the 110. Right.
Hey, see that? But hey, we can win with that. We could hustle with that. I could hustle with that. I'm gonna pull us a 210, 215. You know, with the house balls. You know what I'm saying? That's about all I'm gonna be able to pull for the squad. But again, Black, I appreciate you, bro, and can't wait to catch up again. And you be blessed, man. Be safe on that trip. You gotta go handle your business, man.
All right, man. You be blessed to everybody in the chat, man. Y'all be blessed. And I don't give a piss about nothing but the Tide.
You doggone right. Roll Tide. Man, shout out to my guy, Kangaroo Black, man, for stopping through on the channel, man. 100%, man. Appreciate you, big bro. That was huge, y'all. Y'all just don't know. Because as a fan of Kangaroo Black, to have him on my network is crazy. I got to give a special shout out. And I hope she's still watching. Or I hope she's around here to hear me. Shout out to my manager, the co-host of this channel, the primary co-host of this channel, the co-pilot of Coach Smook Network, y'all. My doggone manager, KT, y'all. Y'all put some fire emojis, put some hashtag KT in the chat. She went on the Black's channel probably like the second week we were doing our morning shows. The second week, and she put in the comments, "Hey, Kangaroo Black, I think you and Coach Smook should collab." When she went and made that comment, Black came through that same evening to my live segment, y'all. Came through that same evening to my live segment, right? And he showed love. I mean, like, didn't come in looking for no attention, but when I seen the name and I seen the profile, boss lady seen it, she came and she said, "Kangaroo Black" in the chat. I said, "You lying?" Y'all remember when I was live? I said, "You lying?" And I looked and I seen it, and I seen it was the real profile. You know, people like to troll, so I had to make sure it was the real one. I was like, man. And you know what? It's funny because he'll be one to tell you, I'm just a normal person like you. Nah, bro. Your content is impactful to me. Your vibe, your energy is there. So shout out to KT for reaching out and doing that, man. Shouts out, boss lady. You doing your thing. And hopefully we can have her on tonight, y'all. Hopefully we can have her on and we do our co-host show tonight. And kind of open the phone lines to where we can talk on the phone again. I think y'all really enjoyed that. For all 253 total people that's watching, 168 on Twitter, 85 on YouTube. I need y'all to go ahead and subscribe to the channel right now. I want y'all to run the likes up on this YouTube side. But also, I want y'all, when we put this link out today, I want y'all to turn y'all notifications on, first of all, for the channel. And then I want y'all to share the live for tonight, because we're going to try to do something different. When we do the call-in, instead of the call-in segment, we're going to actually allow you, and as a matter of fact, I'm going to pop it off right now. I'm going to take this banner off. And I need you, if you want to be on the show tonight, and we're going to call it Coach Smook Late Night, but it ain't going to be late night. We're going to kick it off at 8 Central Standard Time. Coach Smook with KT. We'll bring it on tonight. And I'm look. It's not gonna be 8 a.m. But y'all know we gonna bring a new banner. I'm gonna put a new post out there, but new banner. But what's gonna happen is I'm gonna allow people to come on and speak with us instead of calling in. We'll do a call-in segment, right? And then we'll take a break, and then we'll allow people to come on. You get 5 minutes to come on camera. Come on camera and talk to me and KT tonight. Come on, man. And don't be scared, y'all. Don't be scared. Please don't be scared. This is a community network. We want to give y'all an opportunity to come on and just speak with us for 5 minutes. Ask questions, dialogue, give our opinions on stuff. And y'all know when KT comes on, she doesn't just bring Alabama news. She bring all the sports world news, basketball, football, women's sports, all of that, male and women's sports. She's bringing all the hot news, hot topics of football, sports talk, everything sports. All right. So definitely pull up, y'all. Brett, all y'all, man. Greg said he gonna call in for sure. Greg, don't be scared to get on camera. And the thing is, all you need is a cell phone or a computer, preferably a cell phone. You come on, and we're not asking y'all to do nothing crazy. You know what? You gotta be on camera too if you're gonna do it. So if you're trying to be on camera tonight, if you're trying to be one of the guests, we will send out an email, but you have to request it through this email right here. CoachSmookNetwork@gmail.com. CoachSmookNetwork@gmail.com. And we'll send out a link. An hour before the show, we will send out a link. And there's a limited amount of spots that will be available. I think the max we can have in the back is 12. So we'll have 10 spots open. 10 spots, 5 minutes apiece. That's 50 minutes. Yeah. A good hour segment to get everybody on and kind of talk, try to cycle everybody through. Because we changing the game, y'all. Nobody else doing that. So rubberneckers that's watching. If I see you doing this, we got you. Listen, chat. Y'all know what we talking about. If we see somebody doing this next week or tonight, y'all know where they got the idea from. Just give us our flowers. That's all we ask as a AAA. Give us our flowers while we here. And appreciate the what do they call it? Ingenuity of the network, right? What's up, Henry Campbell? Henry Campbell, how you feeling today? 100 likes on the stream today, y'all. 100%. Y'all going crazy again. Y'all going crazy. Y'all doing that crazy stuff. Y'all doing that crazy stuff again. I love it. I love it. 100 likes on the stream. Once again, live in effect. We got it, baby. We got it. We made it again. Thank y'all for doing what y'all do, man. For real. Y'all think I'm playing? I love y'all. I love y'all. I love y'all, man. For real. I ain't gonna cry today. I cried the other day when my mom was in here with her inspirational moment. But without further ado, y'all, we're gonna jump into the call-in segment, y'all. Get ready to call in. Let me pull the right banner up. Get ready to call in. It's not open yet. We say get ready to call in. We're gonna open the phone lines, and we just gonna do some reactive stuff, man. I got a few topics that we could talk about. PFF highest rated offenses in EA Sports college football for all my gamers. You know what I'm saying? EA got Alabama. We got the third highest ranked offense on the game right now at 91. They got Georgia at 94, Oregon, Texas, 89 for Colorado. What? Man, please. Where they offensive line at? Missouri at 89? I think Missouri should be right up there with us. 90, 91. LSU 89? That's over. Man, come on. So we'll react to that. We can react to that. Y'all can react to me and Black's conversation, share some of the viewpoints that y'all share with us or indifferent about. Also, on Twitter, something trending right now. Where's the toughest place to play in college football? They got these stadiums on there. Of course, Bryant-Denny is a tough place to play. It's definitely going to be tougher this year with the new energy surrounding the fan base. Ben Hill Griffey Stadium, that's the Swamp down there. Then you got Death Valley in LSU down there in Baton Rouge. You got Penn State. That's a crazy stadium, especially during the whiteout. And then Neyland Stadium, somewhere that I'm excited. I'm curious to see how we perform at the away game this year against Tennessee. So we're gonna open the phone lines. Let me get this set up the right way. Boom. And we only got like 30 minutes for the call-in segment, y'all. We only got about 30 minutes. Don't want to drag the show long. I think if you felt like today was a great show, man, give me some AAA emojis in the chat. If you're not a member yet, you're wrong, right? If you're not a member yet, you're wrong. You should already be a member. If you need that link, one of my moderators, one of my senior mods can provide that link. Click that link and become a member of the channel, y'all. Become a member of the channel. We had a drop-off yesterday. I don't know if a lot of y'all memberships was just coming through ending yesterday, but we had a lot of drop off from last month. All right. And so let's pick it back up. Not a lot of drop off. I think we lost 34 subscribers yesterday. Thought hurt my little feelings. I was like, man, what did I do? And then I saw 14 people actually not subscribers. I saw 14 people actually cancel their memberships. And I don't like that. I thought y'all loved the boy. You know what I'm saying? Thought y'all loved the boy. But nah, I appreciate y'all for real. All my AAA fam going hard in the paint for the family, y'all. I love it. I love it. I love it. All the AAA fam. Carla, Shane, Piano Man, Kareem, Trina, Kimberly, Jordan, Nicole, Susan, Greg, Stephen Hicks. He need to go ahead and get that birth certificate, y'all. Drop that link for my boy. Drop that link for him. Riggs dropped it for you. You want to become a member of the Coach Smook Network? Check that link out right there, Steven. Mary J, Antonio Russell, Brett Sullivan. All the AAA fam in the chat right now. Y'all going crazy. Appreciate y'all. Now, let's get into this. Let's get into the segment, y'all. Let's get into the phone call segment. Let me see. Where's my banner? There go that banner. All right, boom. Let's get this banner up. Call-in line is now open. 334-625-1121. Again, 334-625-1121. Go ahead and call in. Make sure you let the receptionist know your name and tell her to put me in the game, coach. Say your name and put me in the game, coach. That's all I need you to do. That's all I need you to do. Go ahead. Call-in line is open. 334-625-1121. I saw we got 2 missed calls already. We got 205 on the line. Let's see who it is.
Call from
Rico. Put me in the game, coach.
To accept, press 1. To send a voice. press 2.
Rico, what's good, my boy? How you feeling, my boy?
What's up, guys?
Man, you already know what time it is, Rico, man. How you feeling today, man?
Everything is all right, Coach Smookathon.
Look, I said, if anybody go enjoy a Coach Smook Kangaroo Black collab, it's gonna be Rico. How was that? Hey Rico, you know me for a while. You know I always like to pop Kangaroo stuff when I'm in other folks' chats and I'm talking. You know, I'm in the chats. How was that to see Coach Smook and Kangaroo Black together, bro?
Oh man, it was wild, man. It was wild.
I mean, and I'm telling you, man, I'm not boasting, but I'm a fan. So like for me, it was surreal, but at the same time, it was like, dang, I'm like he called me his little brother now. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm moving on up in the world chat. Y'all better stop playing with me. You know what I'm saying? Like Black is very well respected amongst the content creators, especially Alabama content creators. So it was definitely an honor. I'm appreciative, man. But I'm glad you enjoyed it, man. I'm glad you enjoyed it.
I need to see a super show now. I need to see a super show. I need to see Coach Smook, Kangaroo Black, PH, and Ty Hayes on the same platform.
Hey, we could make that happen. We can make that happen.
You know what? You can bring in Jake Solo.
Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry, Jake Merrill.
Hey, Jake Stash. We could bring in the Jake Stash. Everybody need a little Jake Stash on their platform every now and then.
Yeah. You can bring all of them on one platform. It was something. I was just having a ball watching that stream.
Man, listen, I appreciate it, Rico. Man, any reactions to anything that was talked about today or what's going on? You know, like I said, we looked at the offensive rankings on EA real quick. They got Alabama at a 91 overall offensive ranking, you know. Yeah. Hey, Rico, are you gonna get that NCAA when it come out?
Man, you know, I can't even play video games unless I got a really big screen TV, and I don't have one right now.
Man,
just cause of my eyesight, man.
Yeah,
it's like I need at least a 60, 70 something inch TV.
Well, you sound like me.
Video game, man.
You sound like me, Rico. Like well, you take my glasses, you might see close quarters combat. We're good. You take my glasses and start running from me and turn around and throw something at me. You got me. I'm just letting you know you got me. But nah, Rico, for real, have no fear, have no fret, do not fret. For thine will provide the NCAA content for you live here on the Coach Smook Network, because we will be engaging in the festivities of gaming on the football of the college level 2025 of our Lord and Savior. That's the extensive way of saying I'm gonna be on this mug live every Wednesday when that game drop, and it's gonna take me a minute to get everything set back up, but I'm gonna be on this mug live so you can enjoy it through the Coach Smook Network.
All right,
is what I'm saying. That DR334 said he need 100-inch screen too. Listen, for all my blindfolds, give me some of them shade emojis in the chat. Don't play either, because I'm gonna know a lot of y'all showing up to that Bama Georgia tailgate. So I'm gonna know if you're blind or not. For real, man. I'm gonna know. Look, Rico, we ain't alone out here. We ain't the only Ray Charles out here. You know what I'm saying? I'm Ray Charles. I'm Ray Charles. Some days I'm good, Rico, and some days I'm not.
No, you could be Ray. I'm Stevie.
You Stevie? Look, hey, you know what? I got suspicions about Stevie, and he one of my favorite musicians of all time. I got suspicions about Stevie. You remember when they was doing something? It was one of them award shows, and they showed a clip a lot now when he was they said the lady blew him a kiss from the stage, and he blew a kiss back. How in the world did you see that, Stevie? How did you see that? To know to blow a kiss back. And I know somebody like, yeah, the lady next to him. Yeah, I know, but it was just too smooth. It was.
I think Stevie still got just a tad bit of sight.
You know what I'm saying?
I think he do, because when he was born, he could see.
You're right.
It's just
him and Ray
over the. Both of them could see when they were first born, but they lost their sight over time. But I don't think Stevie lost quite all his sight.
Man.
It's just he probably lost about 85, 90% of it.
I'm gonna give him about 89.3. But Rico, man, we got more people calling in, man. Anything you want to say to the people before I let you go? You know, I love popping the show off with just the small talk where you call in, man. You bring the energy.
Hey, I'm gonna do you one better because I was the first call. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do right there. Ding, 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 ding. And I'm just called to say, roll tide. I just called to say how much I care about
I just called to say, roll tide. Come on, Rico. I just called to let you know.
And I mean it from the bottom of my heart.
Yes, sir. We don't give a piss about that but the tide, baby.
And Coach KB gonna do it.
Man, you already know, Rico. You already know, man. Man, that's what I'm talking about. Rico coming in with the vibes, man. Appreciate you for calling in, Rico. And you already know, man. We're going to catch up. I'm going to do a night show tonight, man. I'm bringing the energy tonight.
Hey, because I got something else for you. I got something else for you.
Mm-hmm.
In the mode of MC Hammer. I got another one for you.
Uh-oh. Come on.
Yeah, I got another one. I'm gonna save it for the night.
Okay, look, cause I'm MC Hammer extraordinaire. I'm super fan MC Hammer. That Too Legit. That was my junk when I was growing up. Too legit.
Oh yeah.
Too legit. Too quick.
Oh, hey, I'm gonna get one of his famous songs. And we gonna give it a new spin, and it's gonna be all about Alabama.
Okay, I'm ready. I can't wait to hear it, bro. I ain't even gonna lie. I can't wait to hear. I can't wait. You gonna all right, Rico, I'll catch up with you, bro.
All right, man.
All right, roll tide.
Roll tide.
Yes, sir. Yo, chat, one thing I want y'all to pay attention to real quick, man. If you pay attention to the banner at the bottom of the screen, it'll tell you when to call in. If you call in while we on the phone, it's gonna send you straight to voicemail because I can't click out of the phone call screen. So it's gonna send you straight to voicemail. I'm telling y'all, it's gonna be fire. It's gonna be fire. So when you see the tab at the bottom say call in, that's why it's gonna be like a 30-second delay before we get a call. Because that's gonna be the first call I'm gonna be able to accept. The one that after the banner comes up. So there we go. Let me see. I got this. Boom. Banner on the screen. Now it's open. Call in. Phone number is 334-625-1121. Call in. Let me know who you are and tell me, put me in the game, coach. Put me in the game, coach. Phone line is now open. 334-625-1121. Shout out to all 239 of you all in the chat, man. We got 175 viewing on Twitter. Got 64 viewing on YouTube. Make sure y'all done drop the likes. How many likes we at? One of my moms, give me a like check. And shout out to my brother Black for pulling up again, man. That was a fire segment. I don't care what nobody say. You can't tell me nothing. Shout out to my brother Black for pulling up once again. That was fire. We got a phone call on the line, 762.
Nick Saban Jr. put me in the game, coach.
Okay.
Accept, press 1. To send a voicemail, press.
My boy Day, a.k.a. Nick Saban Jr. on the line, man. What's up, my boy?
Bro, what's going on, my man? What's going on, my guy?
Listen, man, you know what's crazy, man? And you know what? I'm going to let you introduce yourself. Y'all, this is Nick Saban Jr. in the chat. Go ahead and introduce yourself, man.
Yeah, I'm Nick Saban Jr. Nick Saban Jr. I got a channel as well, Nick Saban Jr. Sports Talk TV. Me and Kangaroo Black, we collab all the time. That's my dog. I talk to KD like 2-3 times a week, man. And, you know, I've known you for a long time, and I've been watching you. I knew you was on, PA when you was coming in the tech.
Mm-hmm.
And I seen what you was doing then. I was like, cuz he finna try to do this.
Man, you know it's crazy. You know it's crazy, Day. You know it's crazy, Day. I don't mean to call you, but you know it's crazy, Nick Saban Jr.
What's up?
If I slip up and call him Day, this a personal partner. We grew up together type jump. Like right. Graduated from the same high school, come from the same area. Everybody I know, he know. I mean, right. Literally what's that, your little brother, right?
My Brian?
Yeah.
No, we saying, hey, bro.
Man, that's crazy. You get what I'm saying?
I'm gonna say the crazy thing. We ain't even blood, brother.
That's what I was just about to say. Y'all not even blood. But yeah, man. So, but what's crazy is, man, when I used to be in TDA chat, I was just chatting as a viewer. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Steven, he reached out to me one time. Him and Benny Bice, shout out to those two guys, man. Yeah. They told me if I was to ever try and do it, man, they thought I would have success in it. Now, originally, I'm not gonna lie, I wanted to be on TDA, but I knew my style was not what would bring value to that channel. And so when the Bama Standard reached out, you know, I took the opportunity just to kind of see how it would feel. And for a while, a lot of people don't know this, man. I did not think I was going to be good. For the first 5 months, I did not think I was going to be good, bro. And it recently, I want to say probably April is when I finally started saying I can be good at this. April this year is when I said I think I could be good at this. I think I could be good, and I embraced it, man. While I was on Bama football on YouTube, I had a moment. You know, I'm my upbringing, I'm Christian based. I had a spiritual moment in T-Town, man, and I just embraced it in that moment. I ain't turned back, man. So for somebody like you to come on and be like, yeah, I remember when you was there, like, bro, you just don't know. This was never part of the plan. My plan. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Hey, when God got a plan for you, hey, you gotta put everything aside and do what he say called on, man. But yeah, man, I be doing this stuff too, like I say, man, and I go back and forth with a lot of Georgia fans up here. We know where we from, of course, up here, and a lot of these Georgia fans, a lot of these kind of football fans, they praying on the downfall. But the thing is, I try to tell everybody to take their fanboyness out of it and look at it from a football standpoint, because I can do it with Alabama too. I can tell you things about Georgia that'll make you think I'm a Georgia fan because I can take the fanboy out of it. I can tell you things about other college football teams, positive wise, because I can take the fanboy out of it and not look at it as a hater. But when they come to Alabama, they just can't seem to do that, man. I don't know what it is, man.
It is. You know what? It's sad because it shouldn't be that way, bro. It should not be that way. One, you should be a fan of the game first. I always tell everybody, before I'm a Bama fan, as much as I love Bama, I love the game of football. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I love good football. So that means I could turn on the TV on Saturdays during college football season from 11:30 a.m. till the last game ends at midnight. Right. My phone or my TV, whatever device, it can stay on a college football network all day because I enjoy the game. Whether it's a trash team or a horrible team or two great teams, I can watch college football all day. But I'm just emotionally connected to the University of Alabama. And so when that happens, when it's time to talk football, I can talk football. That's why I can say Georgia looks like the best team on paper. They bring back the most experience. You look at them, they too deep. Junior, senior, everywhere across the board, they're too deep with experienced veteran guys on the roster. I could look at a Tennessee roster and say the offense should be explosive. They bring in a highly touted quarterback. If he gets it in this system, it fits his skill set. Their offensive line, and they can replace the two missing pieces and really solidify their offensive line. They can have a legit offense. Their defense has some questions, but they playing at home. Your defense feeds off of the crowd. That's why that's the game for me. You get what I'm saying? Georgia, I can see y'all being most veteran, but let's be realistic and stop being fans. Y'all, how many times has Alabama showed up as the most experienced team and the unknown has been the thing that beat us?
Yep, exactly.
And that's what Alabama has as their advantage this year. I don't care who the opponent is. You don't know. The first 5-6 weeks, you don't know who the hell Alabama is this year. You don't. You really don't.
And see, the thing is that I'm having now is the Kellen DeBoer situation where they talk about Kellen DeBoer. I said, man, let's be real. Take your fanboyness out of it. I said, if Kirby Smart would have left today and Kellen DeBoer became the coach the same exact time it happened was, I said, y'all would have been saying the same exact thing about Kellen DeBoer. Y'all would have been saying, Kellen DeBoer, I think he's going to win because he's a proven winner. He wins everywhere he goes. Y'all would have said the same exact thing. Y'all would be excited about the recruiting trail just like we excited about the recruiting trail. I'm a recruiting junkie too, Coach Smook. Yes, do I know the recruiting stuff? It's good. It's good. But do I think it's overrated in a sense? It is, because I do know it's not based off all pure talent. I know a lot of size and the height and weight goes into all this too.
Yeah.
And like I tell people about Isaiah Brooks, they try to tell me, yeah, you got a 3-star wide receiver. I said, the only reason why he's a 3-star because he's 5'9", 170. If this man was 6'3", 200, 190, he would have easily been a 5-star. But his size.
And you got to think, not only is he a 3-star, but he's a 3-star that's ranked in the top 50 players in the state, I believe. I think he just moved up in wide receiver rankings nationally in this class.
Yeah.
You're talking about a 3-star that's ahead of 6 4-stars right now in national rankings. So that goes to show you, like I said, it's one of those things where you can't. Black just said it too. You cannot watch the stars. You'll get blinded. You'll get blinded by the stars. Yeah. You will like as a fan, even fans of other Bama fan base, they will allow the stars from Ohio State and Georgia. Because they got one more 5-star than us right now, and I think Georgia got 2. No, they just lost 5-star. So Georgia only right now has 1 5-star committed in this current class. Ohio State, I think, has 2. And you look at it, it's one of those things where you're like, just like y'all saying it's early for us, and our rate is for us to be number 2. It's still early for y'all. For y'all. And guess what else? These 4-stars, Keelan Russell just won the MVP of 2 elite camps. One being the Elite 11, one being that rivals camp that just went past. You don't go and win those camps as a quarterback, and I don't care if you don't go to another camp or play another down. You will be a 5-star. You're going to be a 5-star.
Yeah. He's solidified. Like I try to tell people about Juju Lewis. I like the kid or whatever, but hey, Juju Lewis, he good, but he didn't do it at the camp. He didn't prove it. No, he good. I don't take it away from him. Dude good. I like the kid. But hey, Keelan Russell showed up and showed out when he was put in front of the light, when it was time to show out and show out. And he played at Duncanville with high profile players and against high profile talent. So that's telling me everything right there about him.
I think right now on Duncanville roster, I think they have 14 or 15 kids with multiple Power 5 offers. Multiple Power 5 offers. That's you know what? Duncanville looking like that. If y'all ever watched that movie Friday Night Lights, Duncanville looking like that Dallas Carter team.
I remember that Carter. Hey, them boys are reckless on that team though.
Oh, them boys was something different, brother. Something different. And at the end of the day, Nick Saban Jr., I think at the end of the day, not only is it about the guys you're recruiting, it's how you coach them and how they're being developed. If anybody right now in college football has shown that they are able to develop and call games, it's Kalen DeBoer. Is Eli Drinkwitz. They better stop sleeping on Missouri.
And so I like to look at stuff reality. As a Bama fan, do I think we lose 3 games? No. But when I hear it from somebody else, I tell people, take the Bama fan out of it and just look how the schedule's set up. I said, I don't think it's going to happen. I said, but it could happen because of the way these games are set up on the schedule, the timing of these games, the way they're set up on the schedule. I said, it could happen, but I don't think it's going to happen. I don't think we're going to have a team that's going to let that happen. The veterans that have returned to the team, I don't think they're going to let this happen, but the way that some of these games are placed on the schedule, it could happen.
Man, Nick, I'm gonna say this, and we can kind of touch on the schedule right here. Let me see if I can get it screenshotted over here. There we go. Boom. We can talk about this real quick. Just skim through it because you're gonna be. Well, I'm gonna take one more phone call after you. But August 31st through the September 14th, those 3 games should win. West Kentucky, USF, Wisconsin. Even at Wisconsin, I don't know why people feel like that's going to be a test for us. It's the first road game. That's the only test in that game. That is a road game. That's it. It's a road game. That's it. How do we wake up and play that? That's probably going to be a noon game. Playing against Wisconsin, we probably going to have to play them early. How do we play the game? How do we approach it? Do we lose? No way. Now, Georgia. That's the game for a lot of people. I think it's more so the game, not the statement game for that locker room, but that's just the one that says, this is where we stand, bro. This is where we stand. We ain't stand, y'all. Y'all gonna have to take it from us. Alabama, Georgia fans, let's make it simple like this. Georgia fans continue to forget that Alabama is the defending SEC champs right now.
So let me tell you this.
Let that sink in, though.
I just recently had a conversation with a Georgia fan this week, and they of course they stuck on the national championship loss that we had. I said, cool. I said, but y'all forget what happened before that, and y'all seem to forget what happened just last year in SEC championship.
Not last year, this year. That just happened. That just this past season. Right. Like, come on, dog.
And then he tells me, "Oh, now we count SEC championship." I said, "Hold on, bro. It's a championship, and it was a game that kept you from getting in the playoffs." I said, "Yes, when this SEC championship does not matter to an SEC team in the conference. When did that stop mattering?"
But the year when we made it without going to the SEC championship, that was their whole argument. Y'all didn't even get to play for your conference. But now when we did, and we beat y'all in that game, it don't matter. Come on, contradiction.
And I told him this is what's gonna happen. I said, if you do so happen to beat us this fall, y'all gonna move the goalposts and y'all gonna celebrate it like y'all just beat us in the national championship. I said, how does that work, man? I said, how does that work?
That's how them that's how them mangy mutts do. They gotta move the mangy mutts. That's what they gotta do. They gotta move that goalpost to support their arguments. They a lot of facts don't help their situation, don't help a lot of their arguments. So yeah, they gotta move that goalpost. But hey, last thing I want your weight on, and yes, I can't wait to have you on the show. A lot of people don't know. We definitely gonna be getting Nick Saban Jr. up on this panel at some point in time when this leading up to the season. And then even in the recruiting, man, because Coach Smook, he got a plan. I'm doing some mastermind stuff in the background, bro. I'm doing the whole little like I'm doing something with my fingers, like I'm cooking up something back. But yeah, we working on some things, chat. But bro, and when I say this, I want you to be straight up. When Alabama lands this Dijon Lee commitment, when Alabama gets this Kylan Deere flip and the Ty Haywood commitment, I think is a lot more realistic today than it was yesterday. Moving my percentage from 94 to 96% committed. Khalid Lockett and Caleb Cunningham is a real thing. It's a real possibility now. Yeah. If we lock this in by the end of July, just those few names there, what would it take for anybody to unseat Alabama, even if they don't get their 5-star ratings? Something. Well, you only got 2 out of that. Those guys that are 2 5-stars out of those that are currently 5-star. What do we see in the rankings, college football recruiting rankings, if Alabama secures that? There's no way that the rest of college football could catch up, right?
I don't see it. I don't see it because one of the things I look at being in recruiting, I look at the average. So I go back and forth with On 3 because they both that On 3 and 247 because they both had different things. On 3 goes by, they average it all together and they see what you got. And 247, I don't really know how to do it, but I know basically what everybody go off for 247. So I look at the average. That's what I look at.
Mm-hmm.
And I definitely see our average going up above everybody else. And I don't think there's no way possibly nobody can catch up unless they just decommit from us and sign to them.
And that's what I said. You would literally have to have some flips from current Bama commits, because all of our 4-stars are averaging out at like 92s, 91s. You get what I'm saying? And then you got 5-stars right now that's currently ranked. I think Haywood is a 97, 98 5-star. Then you got Dijon Lee is a 4-star, but on some sites he's getting 5-star ratings. His numbers say 5-star.
I was telling somebody about Dijon Lee. I said I keep seeing 4-star, but I see everybody saying 5-star. You know.
I mean, the On 3 I think has him rated as a 4-star, but his average should be 5-star. If you look at his score, I think it's like a 94.9, 94, 95, 4, something like that. Something like that. It's like that on one of those profiles where his average, his composite score ends up being like a 5-star rating. So it's only a matter of time. Then you got Russell. He's definitely going to be a 5-star. Like this class is going to be a number 1 class. And I've been saying it. I've been saying it since we got since we started with Duke Johnson, Luke Metz, that whole wave of guys.
Yes, sir.
Then
Luke Metz is that guy. My bad.
Listen,
that man is that guy.
I talk to my youngin every other day. I text Luke like a little brother, like I text my family. You get what I'm saying? And the heat behind this class, that him, K-Dot and Duke and even Latsier Brooks is in the background telling other receivers, show up, man. Right? Show up. If we can field anytime on the field, 3 receivers, 4 receivers, 5 receivers that you cannot bracket, that you know how smart and how mature of a young man you have to be to see that vision and want to be a part of it in this day and age.
Be a part of it. And the thing is, I like about it, you and KB touched about it, about the generation we come from, the super teams, but we come from more the generation where you want to compete. So that's coming together. They're building the super team,
and they competing against each other.
Compete.
Yep, 100%.
I got one question I want to ask you though.
Go ahead.
So I had a question. Somebody told me that they feel like Coach Kellen DeBoer is better than Nick Saban right now with the recruiting. And I said, and I tried to explain. He was like, he can't really explain. He told me just is. I said, well, I look at it different. I said, it got to finish out, because one thing Coach Saban was good at, pulling out that spatula at the last minute, a couple of days before signing day, and flipping key commit. Flipping key commit. Now, we got to see what Kellen DeBoer, do I think he'll do it? Yes, I think he keep commit. And can he flip, not even if he flip, just can he keep the commits that he currently has? But I know Coach Saban was the master at the spatula game in the last couple of days before signing day. So what are your thoughts on, is Kellen DeBoer, do you think Kellen DeBoer is better at Nick Saban and recruiting at this point?
I'm not going to say he's better. And I'm going to say this. Is he for what you can judge on right now? Is he maintaining the standard? 100%.
Yeah.
But this is a different.
The last 2 years, it was time to. I love the process, but it was time to modify the process.
Oh, listen. That's what I was just about to lead into. You got to look at this, bro. The recruiting game has changed. NIL has totally flipped recruiting. It's totally flipped it. So Saban's method worked for when you had to sneak to do NIL, right? Quote unquote pay to play, quote unquote NIL. You had to sneak to do it. So Saban's system kept him honest, and honesty is what kept a lot of these kids out of trouble. You didn't have a Johnny Manziel situation at Alabama during Saban's tenure, right?
Nope.
Exactly. So, and even when questions came up, they were always corrected in-house. Whenever there was discrepancies, they was always corrected in-house, because you established a level of integrity that you kept eyes on you at the right spots, in the right spots. Now, what Kalen DeBoer is doing, he is still maintaining the method, right? The method. Mm-hmm. We are a personable university. We want to, if you come to Alabama, we want you to connect with the University of Alabama, not just the coach, but the University of Alabama. And then we also, what Kalen DeBoer is able to do now with this staff, because it's not just him running everything, recruiting, visits, all of that stuff. He has a staff around him. He has a team manager. Yeah. He has the players player personnel department, that's on that staff. All of these guys are fully engaged with more freedom because they're not being micromanaged by a system that's been in place for so long. So now, reestablishing the culture, you have guys who are more in tune with the nuances of recruiting, and they're able to operate in it freely, and they're not reporting every single move to Kalen DeBoer. Now you got some guys reporting to Courtney Morgan. You got some guys reporting to I forget the director player personnel. It was Ellis Ponder, but now it's somebody else. I forget the gentleman's name. I can't wait to meet him. But yeah. Ellis Ponder was that guy. And then you had your staff, your nutrition staff, all your strength and condition staff. Now all of these people are operating in their spaces with such a freedom, and they're following the lead and the mentality of the head coach, who is the face of the program. I don't care how much leeway the athletic director and all them, the coach of the head coach of the football team is the face of the program. And if his energy says I'm reachable and that we should talk and that being around me bleeds or produces success, right? That's what the staff has to embody and embrace. And that's all that they've done. That's all that they've done.
Sir.
So because of that, if you listen to everything I just said and you think about who does that sound like, if I didn't put a name with it, you would think I was talking about Coach Saban.
Coach Saban, yep.
And so because of that, I'm not going to say he's better. What will make him better, like you said, can he have these early commits? Because now committing in June means so much more now than it did 4 years ago, 5 years ago.
Man, yeah, and I ain't gonna lie, I missed the regular side of the day. The nostalgia used to hold for me, man. Literally, bro, I used to go crazy on it. When I started working, getting into the workforce as an adult, I literally used to take off on that day and watch the national signing day just to watch it all. Print out all the stuff, the paperwork on these guys, and just study these guys. But now with the early signing day, it's cool. I like it. Don't get me wrong, because we can get this sign on the dot line a whole lot earlier now. But the original signing day don't mean nothing to me no more, really.
They don't. Early signing day is where it's at. December is Christmas, right?
Yep.
And that's what we live on. But Nick Saban Jr., a.k.a. my brother Day, I appreciate you for calling in, man. I'm going to take one more phone call after you. And then, but before you go, man, talk to the people, let them know what's up, bro.
Hey, find me on Nick Saban Jr. Sports Talk TV on YouTube. The last past couple of weeks, I haven't been doing videos, but I constantly post on my community tab. I've been on vacation. I got a son that's going to the 8th grade, Coach Smook. The boy he's 5'10" and a half. He's about to shoot up.
Lord.
He's about to go to South Rod. Hey, my Coach Lyles, Coach Lyles been working with him, man.
Hey, Adrian, my people, man. Adrian, my people, man. So that's crazy. We actually supposed to be featuring Tristan over here on the Coach Smook Network soon, bro.
Hey, I want the world to see Tristan. Hey, the height killing Tristan right now, but I wish we'll stop looking at height and all that and just look at the dog on the field.
Bro, the trenches is changing. I don't know what people think. Like, you don't have to be 6'5" in the trenches no more. You can be 6'1", 6'2" in the trenches and really dominate.
This man was a sophomore on the 7A state championship team and led the team in tackles in the trenches.
Tackles for loss.
Lead the team in tackles.
And this is a team that Red Morgan, Isaiah Fago just played on. Just left.
Jadavion Cohen came from. Justin Ross went to that school. Like so many listen, man.
Listen, we can go all day. You know what time. They don't know what the city holding on to, bro. I was putting them on Russell County boys too, with Bryson Riggins and Jamari Burnett and Denver Harper.
They're my youngins right there, man.
You already know. I came from the county, so you already know how that roll with me, man. You know what that. So, but yeah, man, Day, we're gonna get up, bro, and I'm glad you called in. I appreciate you, my boy, for real.
No, I appreciate you, man.
For sure, man. Keep doing what you're doing, man.
Hey, keep grinding. I'm gonna tell you one more thing, and I'm gonna let you go, man. I love what you got going on, and one thing big that I love about it. How your mom and dad is supporting, man.
Right.
I love how they be in the chat sport. I love that, bro.
For sure, bro. For sure, man. I appreciate you, man. And you keep grinding too, man. We're going to get this thing caught up, bro.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, y'all, man. Y'all take it easy, bro.
All right, man.
Yep. Hey, yeah, we got 256 on the line. 256 on the line. Let me see.
Call from
Greg Coffee. Put me in the game, coach.
to accept, press 1.
We got Greg calling in, man. I just turned the doggone line back on, and I see his number pop up. What's up, Greg? How you feeling?
Oh, my God, dude. You know what you have to do to get on your show now?
Listen, man.
You got to have great anticipation skills when that line's open. You got to be able to hit that number, brother.
Greg, you know what's crazy, man? Once we get to a certain member amount, I'll be able to upgrade our caller segment. YouTube they have their own thing that they're developing right now. And I just, that's why I'm preaching this growth, man, because I want to be able to have a call queue. I want at least like 6 people in the call queue so we don't have to keep, people have to keep calling in. But I appreciate your diligence, man. It means a lot. Makes me feel good to know that you actually want to be heard on my little old network, man. I appreciate you for real.
I love your little network, brother. It's the best. It's the best. The show today, now look, I've watched a lot of your shows, and they've been, ton of great shows. But
yes, sir.
Today was orgasmic. It was so good.
Not orgasmic.
I'm just sitting here thinking, like, I agree with everything everybody's saying. Like, oh man, oh my God, every opinion and everything y'all were saying, like you're taking the words out of my mouth. I'm like, so many of us are the same way.
Right.
And I just loved it, man. It was great. It's like Batman and Robin out there, man. It was just like, Kangaroo Black and Smook. Oh my God.
That's crazy, bro.
Oh my God.
That's crazy, man. But what really caught your attention today, man? Like, give me some reaction stuff, because me and Black talked about it a lot. I got a lot of clips. I'm like you right now. I'm in my head right now talking about these clips because I already got some preloaded. Y'all know what I told y'all yesterday. I'll be doing starting stuff and don't finish. I got some ready to put out, but for today, it's just a few spots in the show where I'm just like, yeah, that's a 6-minute clip. That's an 8-minute clip. That's a 30-second.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. The whole show was. You put the whole show on, bro. It was good. It was so good. It was so good. Here's what I'm thinking. Okay, you ready? So,
yeah.
Like I told you, I'm had knee replacement. I'm watching YouTube all the time. So I'm watching all these shows, all these YouTube shows that are, call-in shows or like whatever. The LSU people, the Georgia people, the Floridas, all these other guys. And so now they're conceding. Okay, Kalen DeBoer can recruit. Okay, now they're conceding that because they didn't think that was going to happen. So now they're jumping on this train. Well, any coach on Saturdays, what happens if they lose a game or two? These commitments are only committed. They still got to sign in December. Are they going to lose them? That's what they're hoping.
Right.
I'm thinking, are you guys idiots? Have y'all not been watching anything? I mean, they're so uneducated. DeBoer, that is his number one thing. Teams are going to be prepared. We're going to have great schemes, a great plan, and there's nobody better on Saturdays than Kalen DeBoer and his staff. I am telling you.
How many current head coaches have less losses in the past 2 years than Kalen DeBoer?
Exactly. And he's beat all the top dogs, all the ones that are all the little honey melons out there, like Sarkisian and Lemming. Everybody's, talking about how great they are. He's whooped them all. 5-0. Whooped his ass. I mean, it's just
all of them.
It's incredible. All of them.
Listen to this.
The best competition that he could go against, where he was, he's beat them all.
Right.
And you know what? Everybody, and I love Coach DeBoer. I know he's real humble and stuff. But guys, don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted. If you watch any of his Washington stuff from these behind the scenes, this dude's a dog.
This dude's a dog. I want to ask you this. Not only this, how many coaches have less losses than him, but the coach that has the least amount of less losses than him in the past 2 years isn't the current defending national championship coach.
That's right.
Think about that. Right. So Harbaugh is gone. He had more losses than Kalen DeBoer in the last 2 years. Kirby is the only one that has less losses than Kalen DeBoer in the last 2 years. And Kirby not only has less losses, but Kirby has had the number 1 rated roster those 2 years. From a talent standpoint, higher ranked than Alabama the last 2 years. Higher ranked both these past 2 years. Kirby's roster that he's fielded has been the most talented roster in college football.
I totally agree. And I also want to go out and say that their schedule, playing in the East, has helped them tremendously.
Oh, it's going out the window this year.
Oh, yeah. Their schedule, they're going to lose 2. They're going to lose 2, maybe 3. I'm just telling you. We're going to whoop their ass on the 28th. They might lose to Clemson. I think they're going to lose to Texas on the road. But here's the thing that everybody overlooked. I looked at, and Kirby is great. Don't get me wrong.
Mm-hmm.
He's great. Recruits. He did a lot for us. I have total respect. He's a man. But his offensive staff, I said it in the chat, his offensive staff is weak. They're always his downfall. They overthink things like when they had Fields was there, they were terrible. They couldn't even do anything with him. And then with that time that I called him Kirby Dumb when they snuck him in on that fake punt.
Fake punt, man.
I mean, they do stupid things. And he's always, like last year, their game plan was a joke. It was pretty good at first, but they always go into a shell against us. They always play to not win, even though they're supposed to have always better talent. We beat them last year, and we still got some of our key players back, and we're playing at home. And the schedule's perfect. We get a good road game before we go, an early kickoff. We may face a little adversity there. I feel like we're going to win. Then we get a week off. We're going to be able to self-scout for 3 games, change some things, and then I feel sorry for them. I really do. And I'm not being cocky. I just know how this thing's going to play out.
You know what's crazy, though, Greg? My thing is this when it comes to how it's going to play out is I think people forget that even with the team we had last year, that Georgia game was not as close as the score says, y'all. It was not as close.
Agree.
First of all, you had the 3 drop picks by the defense, right?
Yep.
You still had a score call back. You had Jalen Milroe underthrow 6 passes downfield. Underthrow 6 passes.
Right.
I mean, if you think about it, man, Alabama could have blew Georgia out. Should have blew Georgia out. The score should have been 20. The score should have been 21-3 at the end of the first quarter.
Exactly. Here's the other thing too. Jalen Milroe was on a roll, and that may have been that one game he just wasn't as sharp.
That's it. That's the one game,
and wasn't as sharp.
The Auburn game, they had his numbers defensively, schematic wise, and the offensive line played horrible. But that Georgia game, it was not the defensive scheme that had him. He was just, I feel like he was shook, man.
I think he was putting a lot of pressure on himself.
Yeah.
The SEC championship, still trying to, prove that he can win something.
Yep.
And I think he just put too much. Now, later in the game, when him and Bonds kind of got going together, finally, because our offensive coordinator has no imagination.
Zero. Let's not even bring
Look, we beat them with a sorry offensive line, basically.
Tell them about
it.
They
played better that game. We had an offensive coordinator that really was all over the place all year long with Milroe. And Milroe was his first year.
Right.
And he was still growing into it. And, and everybody keeps saying, Milroe. I'm like, I'm so sick of hearing that too. I'm so sick of it. Like, everybody's going to get better every year. It was his first year.
As a starter, man. And I don't care how many years you've been in the program. When you've had 3 different coordinators, your first.
Exactly.
I don't care. You can be, you know what? Give a professional quarterback 3 different coordinators in 3 years and watch how they perform.
You know how it is. They're all terrible.
I mean,
they're terrible.
You might, it's 1 in every 5 or 6 coordinator changes where you see match made in heaven. Joe Burrow and Joe Brady, right? That's the last time you saw a smooth transition from coordinator and new quarterback, right? Young quarterback. Yep. That's the last time you've seen. When's the last time you've actually seen it? Because Bill O'Brien was not a smooth transition. That was the most stressful 2 years of watching offense. Even with Mechie and J-Mo, it will be times I will be like, we're averaging 8 yards to carry. Why are we not handing the ball off still? Why is Bryce throwing 40 times a game when we got come on, bro?
3rd one, and we're throwing a 20-yard,
a 20-yard dig route. You know what I'm saying? Like
on, bro.
A deep crosser on 3rd and 1.
I'm so glad you brought up Burrow and Brady because I was thinking about that the other day. I wanted to talk to you about it.
Sheridan and Milton.
Remember when Burrow was a junior? He wasn't very good at all, and he was okay. They brought in Brady. All of a sudden, I was dependent on that year. Like, I ain't worried about LSU. They got Burrow. He's a joke. He's making bad decisions. He wasn't very accurate. Boy, was I wrong. because he changed the scheme. Now you got better fundamentally. What do you think is going to happen this year? What do you think is going to happen this year with Milroe? It's the same thing. I feel like it. I mean, I could be wrong. You got a brand new offense. Scheme's a whole lot better, more quarterback friendly. Get the ball out quick. Let's go. All I think he needs to do is improve stepping up in the pocket more. Don't run outside. Step up in the pocket. Either throw it or run.
Greg,
because there's going to be space there. Take off and go.
I'm gonna tell you like this from seeing with these 4 eyes, right? And these glasses work very well, especially the pair that I had during spring ball. There was a spot in week 2, 11-on-11 time period during practice where it was so many times, and they were going like from the 40 in, their 40 in, the plus 40 in, right? And there were times where I would see guys breaking open deep, like 2-3 seconds into the pass play, like late into the pass play, not late. Let's say the timing you would want, and Milroe would literally see it and then start looking for everything underneath. And guess what? He was practicing in those moments. Climbing the pocket without dropping his eyes, climbing the pocket and protecting the ball. Because the small things, the things that we saw last year that Milroe struggled with, it wasn't necessarily climbing the pocket or knowing when to step up. It was how he protected the ball when he stepped up and how indecisive he was when it was when he was stepping up. Like, am I going to step up to run or am I stepping up to pass? And I think what he's worked on mechanic-wise, when you work on mechanics as a quarterback, I don't care who you are. If you have any type of coaching experience, especially on the offensive side, especially with wide receivers and quarterbacks, mechanics is part of the biggest thing. That's it, football development anyways, but it's especially important for a quarterback when you want to have a up-tempo offense and you want to move the ball around quickly and cover space with the ball. You want to eat up space with the ball, right? Because the ball can travel faster than everybody on that field. The ball can travel faster than everybody on that field. So the quicker you get it to that destination or that receiver or hand it off to that running back, the better as far as production. So this staff understands that. So when I think of Joe Brady and Joe Burrow marriage, I could see Nick Sheridan starting to get his respect as an offensive coordinator because of what he's about to scheme up with Jalen Milroe.
Oh, I totally agree. I just feel like he's going to throw high 3s, low 4s.
I call 3,800 plus. I said 38 passing, and if you can get me 800 rushing, that's a solid year for me with Jalen Milroe. And he
almost had 400 last year, and he really didn't start really running, in my opinion, until the last 5 games.
Hell, he lost 300 before he got into the positive for rushing because of all the sacks.
He was so staunch about being a passer and not running. He has so many opportunities he could have run. He could have easily got 700, 800 yards last year.
Black said it when he was on. He was like, I think Jalen Milroe got sacked 47 times last year or 42, something like that. I'll put 18 of those on Jalen Milroe. I will give him 18 of those where it's his fault.
I was watching something the other day of all the sacks. They were credited him with 22% of them because he held on the ball.
And 33%
of them were from the left tackle.
Exactly.
So that was over half of them. You know, he only had 8% from our crazy center that couldn't snap. But you know what? He made up for it for all the sorry snaps he had.
And that's what I'm saying. Hey, Greg, before we start winding down, that is something that I think needs to be considered when you're talking about sacks. Yeah, the pressure might have came from the left tackle position, but how many times did we see Bryce in his freshman year, not his sophomore year, but his freshman year, get a good snap? And even though I think it was our right guard at the time, who was playing next to Dalcourt at right guard? I can't remember Bryce's freshman year. I mean, first year started. Either. But the right guard would get blown up. But because he had a good snap, Bryce can escape.
Exactly.
You don't think Milroe with a good snap could have escaped 18 out of those 22 sacks that he was accounted for? A lot of those times he would be getting the ball off his ankle and standing up and somebody in his face.
Exactly. I think that's going to be his biggest improvement this year. Our center is going to be able to put it to him right in the numbers, right in his hands. Quicker decisions. I mean, you lose in a second. You only get him 3, or sometimes less than that.
And
so I mean,
imagine Miro, he can't make the open mid range mid pass. Lies. Go look at the Texas game. All them deep crosses he hit in the second half because he finally had time.
Yeah, he had time, and I'm like, I thought that was overblown stat. Those mid, I mean, you know, a lot of times he was pressured, bad snap, had to get rid of it.
The scheme never makes sense. Your read's not leading. Like I love, and I said this a lot. I said this a lot when I started studying this Kalen DeBoer offense that Nick Sheridan is going to call, and even seeing some of the practices and even the A-Day game. The pass concepts, your reads lead you to the reads lead. They level up. They are stacked in levels, right, in layers. So if we get a pre-snap alignment by the defense, I don't necessarily go 1, 2, 3 like the play says. Because of this alignment, I'm going 3, 1, 2. I already know this. I don't need to watch it develop. I just know pre-snap read. I'm going 3, 1, 2. I have to manipulate the defense with my eyes after we've caused we've set them up like we want them to be set up so we can get our play started. And if we get this alignment, that's what we're running. It's no more of wide receiver 1s, 2, X, Y, Z. All of y'all got an option to do this because of what y'all read. No, they killed that junk. Jeremy Bernard, this is your play to read your coverage and make your read. Everybody else, this is the concept we're layering off of that. And when you have that style of offense, that's what the NFL does. What made Bill O'Brien think that or Tommy Reese think that Jalen Miro could come and do what Bryce Young did the year before?
Exactly. Here's the other thing. Another point I was wanting to bring up, if you don't mind. How important is it going to be to have those headsets in the helmets from your court? Oh my God, dude! Everybody talked about, oh my God, it's going to be great for Lane and all the all the gurus. I'm like, dude, we got the guru of the gurus.
Listen, not only
it's going to help Jalen settle down, help him, hey, check it out before it turns off.
Man,
it's like cheating. It's like cheating.
I'm telling you like this, and this is something I asked about personally when I was there team reporting, right? I asked about the headsets twice during spring. It was the first week when it was introduced, and then it was the last week going into spring. No, actually, I asked about it after every spring practice. That's what I would ask about. I made sure to make it a point of conversation about the headset communication. And offensively, is not had as much of an impact because the system itself is being taught hands-on this year, right? So because and that's just this year, but because it's having to be taught hands-on, it's a whole new system. When the headset comes in, you don't necessarily need hand signals or as much explanation. So because of that, I agree with you. I think this is going to set the offense up to be just as explosive as we're expecting to be. But I think where it's really going to help us and be effective is on the defense. You have an experienced guy in Deontay Lawson leading your defense with the headset communication is when he's already probably seeing what the coaching staff is seeing, but to know that he can be reassured on his calls, and now you got a safety and Malachi Moore right behind him. And I'm not a big fan of Malachi playing free, right? But evaluating and seeing and understanding what this scheme says about this defense, what everybody's asked to do on each layer, you want a guy like Malachi Moore in the middle. You want a guy like him in the middle of the field playing center field. You can trust him there. I'd rather have him there than have him walking down and being caught in those deep patterns.
Deep.
Yeah,
you don't want to get big.
Right. Yeah. And Anthony Jefferson. Okay, this is a comment, and Greg, I want you to comment on this, and then I'm gonna let you off the line. Anthony Jefferson said he does, talking about Miro. He said he does struggle in the short to medium game. Sorry, coach. But then Anthony Jefferson turned around and says bad snaps make you struggle in short passes. If you take your eyes off the field searching for the ball, it disrupts the short passing game. Timing is everything in short passes. True or false?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, think about it. Usually on slants or anything that's really quick, those are your medium game, right?
That's anticipated.
When you lose a second and eyesight, your eyes go to your ankles or it's above your head. You're having to, Here's the other thing too. Imagine you getting so many bad snaps. Every snap, you're wondering where's this thing going.
Mm-hmm.
Your mind is there, not on necessarily looking at the defense, concentrating solely on maybe somebody's moving up the last second, or you're catching them. Here comes a blitz, or whatever. You're worried about the snap.
That's the worst thing to be worried about when you're talking about operating. Bro, I don't care who you are. Lamar Jackson, Patrick Mahomes, Aaron Rodgers, Tom Brady. If you're not getting a good snap, that throws everything off. So for everybody, and this Greg, I'm sorry, I got to snap for 20 seconds. For everybody that keep talking about Miro can't hit the pass, he struggles with the passes. Go look at the snaps on those passes. Not once has Miro gotten a bad snap. And I searched and I looked, Greg. I searched. I looked. I watched so many games. I watched short versions. I told y'all just 2 weeks ago, I've been able to get back to last week. I was able to get back to watching full games. I've watched all 14 games from last season. Not once where Miro had a good snap and was able to get a pass off after receiving pressure or whatever. Not once with a good snap did Miro make a bad play. I'm not saying he had completions every time, but he didn't make a bad play when he got a good snap. All of his bad plays came off of bad snaps. The 2 interceptions against Texas, bad snap, right?
Yep.
He was late on the deep out read. The first pass that got intercepted because it was a bad snap. His first touchdown of the season, it was a bad snap. He picked it up and took it to the house on Middle Tennessee State. So people got to remember, this ain't all on Milroe. I just need my quarterback. Give him a chance to get the ball without having to look down at the ground and get it off his ankles. And I guarantee you, we see a whole different team last year. Martin E. Black doesn't transfer if Milroe gets good snaps. I guarantee you, because Milroe will see how many times he will be coming across his face, leaking across the middle of the field on a crosser or a short mesh crosser. Quick slant, a hitch, sitting in the middle of the field, but he can't see it because by the time he gets it off his ankles, you got 2 defensive tackles pressing the middle of your doggone pocket, and doggone 6'4", 6'5" guys with their hands and big old mitts up. It's hard to see through that window.
I totally agree. With our pass protection issues last year that we had anyway, because we're so big and heavy and couldn't move.
Right, that part.
To throw in a bad snap on top of it.
That part.
Who can do that? It's a miracle he did what he did. I'll just be frank with you. It's a miracle he did what he did. How many times on those great accurate passes he had downfield? How many times did that dude take a hit?
Man,
I ain't talking about like a push. I'm talking about
a
helmet in the chest getting smacked.
Exactly.
So I'm just thinking. I think it's going to be a revelation, because here's another thing too. Milroe's a great kid. He's a great leader. He's the leader of the team. This is his team. Everybody knows it. Everybody that stayed because of Milroe. In a lot of situations, he's the hardest worker on the team.
Mm-hmm.
The hardest worker on the team. And you know what? Everybody else sees that. So guess what they're doing? They're working. They're putting a little more time in. They're getting a little more film study.
You got freshmen pulling up to the weight room at 4 o'clock in the morning. You got freshmen waking up at 3:45, 4 o'clock in the morning to be at the weight room by 4:30. Some of these guys were showing up at 4:10, 4:15, stretching, getting a sweat in before. Come on, man.
Jalen's he's already there.
He's been there for 45 minutes to an hour before anybody. And then what's crazy is they said they shouldn't have gave them boys unlimited access to the facilities, because them boys are in and out that facility all day, all night, getting better.
I watched a great interview with DeBoer yesterday. I forgot the guy's name. He said what the secret sauce right now is that all the kids enjoy. It's a brotherhood, being together. He wants it to make it where they live in that facility because they want to be around each other. They want to be around the coaches, so that they'll get extra film study, extra workouts, extra skill work.
Hey, y'all.
And that's what's happening.
That's
what's happening. That's the difference.
Not to cut you off, but I think, if I'm not mistaken, Caleb Cunningham just basically announced that he gonna be committing to Alabama.
We know it, baby.
I think
5-star Friday, baby. It's 5-star Friday.
Let me see. I'm gonna check my messages real quick. I think he about to make it official. What time is it? It's not even noon yet. So be on the lookout. Be on the lookout, Bama Nation. Be on the lookout. Caleb Cunningham. I got some buzz right here. And I got some doggone. Let me see. I'm gonna make sure this is legit. Make sure this is my partner. And then I'm gonna make a call when I get off of this doggone line. But yo, Greg, 100%. Appreciate you for calling in, my guy. Anything you got to say to the AAA fan before I let you off? And I'm closing this phone line down. These phone calls is getting better and better. You know what? And before you say your farewells, Greg, I want to say thank you to everybody that calls in, everybody that tries multiple times. I'm telling y'all, keep Coach Smook Network in your prayers. If y'all really want this thing to continue to grow, keep praying for us. Keep sending positive vibes this way, because I do want to call Q, Greg. I don't want y'all to have to dial in 5-6 times to get in. I care about being engaged with my community. I don't want y'all to think I'm just ignoring calls. But good conversation is good conversation, and I'm not one of the ones that move on a timeline. If it feel good, if the vibe is there, that's what I'm about. So that's why Greg been on for 20 plus minutes. You get what I'm saying? That's why some calls last like this. So I appreciate you, Greg, for being patient and being diligent and continue to support the channel and giving your spot of brightness, your light, shining your light on this platform. I really do appreciate it, man.
Well, you're welcome. I really appreciate the opportunity, and I don't mind at all trying to get in, you know, and when it don't, I enjoy listening to other callers. You got a lot of good callers. The AAA is a great family. I'm praying that, you know, you will grow, and I know you will, and all that'll be taken care of. I'm not worried about that at all. That's just something that'll happen. It's going to happen. It's
for
the next
sure,
big
man.
thing. It's going to happen. You know, all the haters out there, you know, whatever. It's over. We got the best show. And I'll come on. I love to come on. If you ever need a fill-in for anybody on anything, I promise you, bro, I can talk crap with anybody. I can talk it. I eat, drink, and sleep Alabama football and basketball.
Mm-hmm.
But like, I keep up with everything. And I'm opinionated like everybody else, but I'm respectful.
Mm-hmm.
I will listen to anybody. You know, we're all different, but like most of us Bama fans, we're all built kind of the same. We all have the same. Because we keep up with it. These other fans, they don't. They're uneducated. But enjoy your show and love what you did today, man. It's great. You care about your family. Not only your family, but the family on here. And that's why you do what you do, man. We appreciate it. We love you. We're praying for you. Like I said, I'm going to try to call in tonight and put my ugly mug on the screen. I'll be ready. But man, just keep doing what you're doing, man. You're doing it great. I'm so glad that you stepped out and got away from all this other stuff, because you're a unique brand.
Appreciate it, man.
It is what it is.
I really appreciate you, bro.
I appreciate you too,
man. But I appreciate you, and roll tide, Greg. Just remember, bro, we AAA, man. Authenticity above all, man, and roll tide.
Roll tide.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, man. Crazy show today, y'all. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna tell y'all, I was gonna take more calls, but guess what, man? Y'all do this to me every Friday. Every Friday. I feel like I just worked a shift, y'all. Like, I really feel like I just worked a shift. Like, I don't know about y'all, but my parents are preachers, right? My parents are pastors. And I knew they had, like, they gave it they all every Sunday when my dad used to have to go and change his shirt, because he done put so much, he done invested so much time and hard work into that message that he was preaching. And then a lot of times God will take him a whole nother way than what he wrote down in all the notes. Like, you have to put your time into your passion. And that's what I've been doing, y'all. So I really do appreciate Anthony Morris coming through, becoming a member of the channel. Listen, there was a few more that jumped in and joined the AAA fam, y'all. We gotta keep promoting. I think people are really starting to grasp what we're about. I think a lot of people have been watching to see how authentic the authenticity above all was. And I think they're starting to be affected by it. And that's what we want. That's what we want. I'm not ashamed to say it. I want everybody to be able to feel like they should be a part of this. So hashtag AM in the chat, right? For Anthony Morris becoming a member of the AAA fam. I appreciate you, man. 100%, man. Let me see who else came on today. Other members. We had Andrew Glover join the AAA fam. We have Bino for 251 join the family. So all three of those new members of the family today. And then we also had some super chats. JB, Piano Man, Zachary, Brett, Trina came through. Gary came through. Dwight, KT, Boss Lady pulled up. Lego. And then Brett came through again. Antonio, my cousin, came through here, man. Trina came through this mug. Brett came through again. Kareem came through double time with the $5 Mela. Yes, he did. Then Brett came through again. I think Brett got this systematic way. Like it's not a bad system. It's smart. It's kind of like me when I used to go, Mama, don't judge me. I only went because it was usually bachelor parties. But when I used to go to the strip club, I'm sorry, I can't support that agenda all the way like that. And me personally, I'm one of the few men that's gonna admit I don't enjoy strip clubs. I don't care. Even in my hoish days. Father forgive me for my hoish days. But even in my hoish days, I just couldn't get with strip clubs, y'all. And I'm not knocking you. If that's what you do to get your money, hey, you exotic dance or whatever, that's your thing. But me, I can't. Nah. So I used to have this method, right? I love to eat. If we go on to one of them spots, it gotta have a kitchen, and the drinks gotta be good. And I'll go. If it ain't that, then I ain't trying to go. So I had a method though, because I didn't want to be disrespectful, right? I would have myself on a budget. Y'all want to know how much money I used to spend at strip club? On actual dances or dancers, right? I don't be stealing my stuff, y'all, and I don't care. Don't cancel me. I hope I don't lose my the stripper sector of our audience, right? Right? I'm trying to get you to dance for Jesus. Dance for the tide. Don't be dancing for strip club. But listen, I'm gonna tell y'all how much. Don't judge me. So if I just was there, right? You know, if I wasn't there for if I was there for a bachelor party, I'll go in the club with $100, right? Max 100. That's all I'm going in there with. Like I would literally hit the ATM before I go in. I would leave my card and everything somewhere where I couldn't get to it once I go in the club, and I would hit either 520s or one $100 bill, right? And that's my cover to get in there. So if cover was $40, I'm only spending $60 in the club, right? I'm only spending $60. But if it was like the local strip club, $10 to get in, $20 to get in, boom. And then when they gave me my 420s back, I'd be like, all right, we probably gonna be in this mug for like 2 hours. For the first 30 minutes, this $20 is for the first 30 minutes. This $20 is for the next. This $20, and then this. So in the 2 hours that I'm there, I got $20 per every 30 minutes. Every half an hour, I'm gonna start breaking down. And whatever changed, I knew I wanted to eat after I leave, right? Waffle House. Gotta go to Waffle House. I'm definitely gonna go, and I'm gonna take my change from each hour and I'm gonna put it together. And I'm saving. I'm gonna always save for some food, y'all. I'm gonna always save for some food. I'm always do that. So realistically, I was probably spending maybe $40 on maybe I felt good and bought my boy a drink, so maybe a little 47, 60. Don't ask me to go to the strip club with you. I'm not going to be that guy. I will not be a fun wingman in the strip club. I'm going to be somebody's uncle. Yeah, that's me. Actually, no, I'm gonna be somebody auntie. I ain't trying to be in there. Nope. It's not entertaining to me. But like I said, once again, if you do that, that's your thing. I'm just saying that method of how you disperse your super chats matches how I disperse my funds in the strip club. Yeah, I will go through $4 in 4 songs. Send a group of them on the stage. I'm gonna throw one like that. Like that. They go one. Go ahead, girl. I don't even know how to, like that part. I've never made it rain, ever. I made it rain at one of my sister's birthday parties. You know, that was like a little tradition thing. We had a whole bunch of ones. Everybody had ones, and it was her birthday. She had turned 30, I think. Made it rain for her mama. You know, mama's birthday. We did it. You know, we'll do it like that, but nope. Y'all like that flick motion? Look at the wrist. My mechanics is there. You get the dollar, like you got 7 of them in your hand, right? But you gotta stack them up so they look like it's more than what it is. So like you get them right, and you kind of fold them almost, and you hold them like halfway in your hand, but you don't really like grip them. You just kind of hold them, right? And then when you spin them, you just kind of take them one out. Yeah, then put your hand back down by your side, and nobody ever know. So yeah, I just gave y'all some tips. Y'all getting everything here. Y'all get football content. Y'all get morning inspiration, and y'all get budgeting, balling on the budget when you hit the strip club. That's it. I got you. We got you here. We got you here. I promise you. You get what I'm saying? So with that being said, man, you can't miss nothing here on the Coach Smooth Network. What I will say is I really appreciate y'all for pulling up this morning. It was definitely a great time. I don't know about y'all, but shout out to Kangaroo Black, man, for being for taking time out his day and coming over here and checking out the Coach Smooth Network, gracing us with his presence, man. Goated. Big name, big vibes, big energy. Get what I'm saying? My big brother, Kangaroo Black, man. Shout out to you. Be on the lookout for the Coach Smook event, man. The Coach Smook network event. We still got our tickets on sale. If you haven't already, go and get those doggone tickets, man. I'm telling you. My brother called me back yesterday, and we might move business a little bit faster. So y'all, listen, I'm telling you, the Coach Smook network price is the price you want. I'm telling you, that's the price you want. And talking about coming, showing up, and enjoying it. I'm telling you, it's going to be a vibe. It is going to be it. This is going to be the event of the season. I promise you. And then don't let us have to see George again in ATL, because we're gonna collab again with tailgate party committee. So y'all make sure y'all go get them tickets. My moderators in the chat, they could pull the link for you. All right. And then what else we got? Don't forget tonight. I'm trying to convince Boss Lady to come on tonight, y'all. I'm trying to convince her. The other day she was not having it, wasn't feeling her best. And so hopefully we can get her tonight, get her on tonight. And then don't forget tonight, if you want to jump on the screen with us and dialogue, if we get 10 people, we'll do 5 minutes apiece. If we get 3 people, we'll do 10 minutes apiece. You know what I'm saying? That's how the show is going to go tonight. We're going to have call in, sports talk, sports news, hot topics, all that. Check us out. Hit us at coachsmook@gmail.com. coachsmook@gmail.com. Say, put me in the game. What's today's date? 6/28. Put me in the game, 6/28. Put me in the game. 6/28. Put me in the game. As a matter of fact, just put me in the game. Put your YouTube handle in there. Put me in the game in the subject line, and then put your YouTube handle in the body. Right? Put the YouTube handle. Hey, coach, this is so and so. I want to be on the show tonight. And you better be checking your email 30 minutes before we go live tonight. We're gonna do 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. Gonna go live 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, if not 7. Because I like having my Friday. I like Boom Boom. Post show Boom Boom Room party. I like that. So we might go with 7. Just be on the lookout, man. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure that you are following me on all my socials at Coach Smook, y'all. Make sure y'all go follow your boy at Coach Smook on all my channels, on all my socials. Keep up with it. This stream is powered by the AAA family, as always. Shout out to all the co-sponsors of this stream, all the super chatters of this stream. JB718, Piano Man, Zachary, Brett, Bama Beauty, Gary Bama for Life, Dwight. Thank you all. Kareem Hood. I don't know what happened to the banner I just made for you. I know your name was on there. Hold on. Boom. Is it at the end of that one? I thought it was. Shout out to Kareem Hood 40, man. For yeah, there you go. I was about to say it ain't showing up on this side. So, but appreciate you, brothers. Appreciate you, sisters. Appreciate you, family. All my aunties and uncles, man. Ryan Jones, what's up, man? You pulling up late. 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Oh, y'all want to do that? Y'all want to do 7 to 9? And then we're going to pull up to the Boom Boom Room? That sound good. Let's do that. Twin made the call. She said, "Hey Ryan, but we finna go." Is that how you said it too, Twin? Hey Ryan, but we finna go. Hey, no problem, man. Pull up tonight, man. 7 to 9. We'll do it 7 to 9. Twin made the call. We're gonna do it, y'all. We're gonna do it tonight. If you want to pull up, I already got one email. I just seen it pop up on my phone. We got one already lined up, so it's gonna be a vibe tonight. Y'all pull up, man. Pull up and enjoy the night. It has been fun here on the Coach Smook Morning Show. Hopefully y'all enjoyed yourselves. I know I did. With that being said, y'all, I'm not gonna hold y'all any longer. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all day. It's about to be noon time to go eat that lunch, right? Go to eat, get you some lunch, and get your butt out there and make that money. It's Friday. We're going to celebrate tonight. We're going to celebrate making it through another work week, y'all. So y'all be blessed. I love y'all. I'm Coach Smook of the Coach Smook Network, and roll tide. Welcome. First of all, I just want to say thank you for joining the AAA family. By doing so, you have committed to supporting this channel monetarily, and for that, I could not thank you enough. I'm glad that you saw fit to contribute to the growth of this network, and because of that, you will have access to all the behind-the-scenes content that we're going to be placing on this channel, backstage access to all the vlogs, VODs. We got all types of content. You will have early access to it. Also, any event that you see come out with outside with Coach Smook or anything sponsored or partnered with Coach Smook will be preferred, and we will all make sure that we're all taken care of. This community is going to continue to grow. Don't miss out on any opportunities to network. We have other content creators. We have business owners. We got entrepreneurs. This is Coach Smook Network because we believe in networking. We want to uplift the community. So thank you for contributing to helping that mission, seeing that goal. And that's really what we're here for, right? We're here to uplift and continue to grow. So thank you for all your contributions and welcome to the family. AAA SOS.